Hey, what is going on, y'all? Live from a blacklisted channel. JM, I am going to get you your wrench back. I just keep forgetting to do it. Who the hell is Crystal? I've got her modded, so it must be okay. Sometimes I forget things. And I have accidentally wrenched the wrong people in the past, but I just let them keep it. And I mean, they were cool, cool people. I just don't generally wrench people that I've never had a conversation with. All right. So let's see who we have here. What's going on, spokesman and co-founder? What's going on, Southwest Gilf? And of course, Crystal. Oh, Miss JM. What's going on, Lisa? What is up, Veronica? What's going on, Miranda? Yeah, but very few people. Uh, YouTube has sent me, and I've got them posted on, I think, on my community page. I think I post them somewhere on here. They might be on a short, but my channel was already 2 months old, and like right out the gate, my shorts were getting like 500 views, which not what I was getting, not what I'm used to getting on my old channel, but still, that's not bad. And then they sent me this message that said I didn't have enough channel history, and now I'm lucky if I get 30 views. So, I mean, I don't really care. It's just the idea that YouTube is suppressing it because, and this happened on my last channel too. Every time I call out their AI, like their AI is jealous, man. It's got some kind of, their AI has an attitude problem. And whenever I say anything about it, what, like sometimes they just completely take it down. And there are videos up that on my end show they're there and show that they are public. But none of you guys can see them. People have sent me screenshots of what y'all can see, and I have videos up that you guys, I don't know. YouTube's mad at me, so that's probably just how it's going to be. Do any of you know anyone who has those videos of Jeff where he claimed he had a bunch of catches that he never showed them? If anybody has that, hit up Southwest Guild. I don't. I, I'm not good at screenshotting stuff or recording stuff. I just don't care that much. But yeah, Jeff has said that. He said that more than once. He's made. I mean, you literally cannot believe anything that man says at all. I don't know what's going on with my voice all of a sudden. Yeah. Shooting shooting guns at 5 a.m. didn't help. Uh, but I was already suppressed by then. That's weird. Um, yeah, it's been against their rules for a long time, but I got away with it a lot on my old channel. I don't know how. Uh, but yeah, the last time I shot a gun, it was about 5 a.m. and they killed it immediately and sent me a nice little message advising me that I can't do that and that I'm an asshole. I've been dipping into the matrix, going back and forth between the matrix and the real world. I am going to hunt down that AI bot and we're going to have a chat. Just him and me. That's who the title is about. That's one of the homeboys that I'd like to talk to, but I doubt any of them have the balls to come up and talk to me one on one. But they're welcome to it. What's going on, Casper? I hear you've been busy. Scorched earth. Look, Jeff burned himself down a long time ago. At this point, we're just rekindling the coals, you know. How much is oh dude, StreamYard raised their prices. I don't remember how much it used to be, but when StreamYard got sold, it's $800, over $800 a year now. Fuck all that. You're welcome to come up here, Casper, if you'd like. No charge. YouTube AI bot incoming. Bring it. Getting paperwork done. Yeah, I heard you got some shit going on, Casper. They still don't have your car done? Man, it's taking them a while. I mean, I know they had to tear a bunch of stuff off to fix it, but still. I mean, I'm not a real mechanic, but I could probably have gotten all that done like in a couple of afternoons. Unless they're waiting on parts. Sometimes that's the holdup. Sometimes you can't get parts. Now, I saw a notice on StreamYard when I fired this up. You can get like a week for free or something like that. I mean, you still got to give them your credit card or whatever. Uh, but supposedly you can cancel it before that week is up and you won't have to pay anything. The thing is, and I don't know if StreamYard does this or not, but a lot of places make it really hard to cancel. Like they're like, oh, we'll give you a month free. Just give us your credit card. And so you do. And then when you go to try to cancel it, like you either can't find where to do it at or they make it so fucking difficult, you just give up. Hey, what's going on, Shauna? If you get sideways, please stop you and prop you. Okay. Uh, done it before, Casper. Uh, I'll try to keep you regulated. I just don't. I mean, when I kicked you before, it's because I don't want you making threats to get you thrown in jail, man. That's my concern. Head over to Speedway in a couple of months. Oh, I used to go to the time trials every year. Um, I don't know if I'm going this year or not, but it's been a while. The time trials in India are a lot of fun. Yeah, if you go, there are a lot of fights. Like I used to hang out in the snake pit, which is freaking wild. But yeah, my friends and and then when I took my kids there to the time. Of course, we didn't. I didn't take my kids into the snake pit. That would be bad. Although people do it. Um, yeah, it is. It's a lot of fun down there. They used to have. I don't. I think they had to get. They got rid of them because somebody got killed. But they used to have those Indy cars that were like three-quarters the size of a real Indy car. But you had to pay them and take. What's up, section? Yeah. Hey, what's up, General? You had to pay them to take their driving course or whatever, and it was expensive as fuck, but it was a blast. Taking a nap with some. Oh, hold on, I misread that. Okay, you're not sleeping with drunk tweakers. um, yeah, drunk drunks and tweakers are yeah annoying as hell. Yeah, you're right, Gil. The infield, like we used to get pit passes where you could go right down. They kind of frown on you tinkering with the cars, but yeah, you can get right down there next to them, right in the pit. Forward me the calls. Yeah, that's cool. I'll give them a listen. Just relax, Miranda. I know it's irritating, but I mean, do you really want to get somebody deported just because you're pissed off at him? If I remember right, he's giving you a pretty good deal, so you got to kind of take what you get. I can't tell if that is you or not. Hey, Casper, if that's you, flick on your camera real quick. Oh, all I see is blackness. I think somebody's trying to trick me. Somebody's trying to come up, but I think I'm, I think I'm getting fucked with. All right, cover your eyes, ladies. We're gonna try it. Oh shit, I lost him. I think you got booted there, whoever you were. If that's uh, if that's you, Casper, let me know in the chat, and then come try to come back up. Yeah, Miranda, if they don't have it done pretty soon, just wait longer. Beware the javelinas. That is a fact. All right, we have another contestant. And nope, you're gone, buddy. Keep trying. Really wasn't a bad. I mean, at least this time they showed titties. What's going on, American Smoker? It's probably Clown or the bad guy. Yeah, more than likely. You have to ask yourself why these people are forcing porn onto a community made up mostly of survivors. You really have to question that. Even I wouldn't do that shit. And I gotta wonder why Clown and who else? Oh God. All right. I'm looking for you. You got to show your face. All I see is a black screen. Hey, all right. All right. Sorry about that, but we can't be too careful these days.
Right. I got too much wood, so we gotta keep that secret.
You do have nice wood.
We have the wood chipper out there. They want to chip up my wood. They want to make it splinters.
Well, we've got a few people in here who actually do need to be thrown into a wood chipper.
Right, right.
So, like,
Well,
I know you've been getting harassing calls and texts and stuff. What's going on?
I'm gonna start at the beginning. Okay. Now we're gonna
All
go
right.
back to when I gave Tommy that casket. Okay.
Okay.
How long
Yeah, I
ago was
remember that.
that? Huh?
Oh, that's been over a year. I remember it though.
Okay. That was the last time I've ever spoke to Tommy. I have tried a few times, and it'd ring, ring, ring. So it was only a couple of times between then and January of this year. Let's say around the second week in January, I get a call. Well, that's when he calls me. Now, prior to that, I dropped the landlord's phone call. I put that out. Okay. The reason I put that out is all those people over there have screwed with me and doxed me. And I told them, I promised them I'd get every one of them, put all their shit out there. I don't mind mine out there, but if you're going to put it out there, run the right narrative, or at least allow me to be present when you do that.
Hmm.
I have no problem. So after that got put out, it was soon after that he calls me. Hey man, and I was talking to somebody that lives in Colorado when I kept getting calls. I kept hearing my notifications going off, but that was for the text. Okay, and then I started getting phone calls, and I started declining it, declining it, declining it. The person says, somebody's trying to call you. I said, well, yeah. I said, a funny thing, they're from Colorado. Oh, really? What's the last four digits? Gave the last four. Oh, that's Tommy. Huh.
Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
I got
That's
off the
definitely
phone.
Tommy's number because I had it too.
Well, listen, I have four numbers. Three of them is connected to Tommy. I believe two of them is his. One of them is the decoy who called me up trying to say he was a detective. He was a police, actually. He was police, not detective, but a police.
And that's illegal as hell.
Okay, yeah. Now, this is the thing. He says he's not in drama, and he's hanging all up in there, pushing that, stirring the shit. It's like this. You rob a bank, and you get 5 miles down the road, and you pick up a hitchhiker. That hitchhiker's sitting in the back of the car. Everybody gets busted. They're going to get in trouble. Everybody's going to get in trouble in that car.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, if you're pushing the narrative and pushing the bullshit and you've done the same exact thing that they did, you know, you got to stop and think. He did some nefarious shit. We all know that. He cannot hide that. I, you know, I, if I died tomorrow, there's somebody's going to take my place that is, going to feel the same way. And the numbers is growing. He's getting scared now. Okay, let's go back to the call. He says, this is right after Nanya's little phone call dropped to the landlord. I had every right to do that because number one month before she got evicted, I had put out an AI video that I made myself, and I called her out as being a hacker. Okay, because
Oh, I don't think she's that smart.
huh?
I don't think she's smart enough to be a hacker.
I don't know, but anyways, the next month the landlord was hacked. I know Nanya puts out links to get your IP address.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now, people doing that nefarious shit, you got to wonder. So, anyways, while I'm talking to Tommy, I finally talked to him because, see, I got pissed off. I got pissed off. I texted him when I found out it was him. I said, I'm already taking two people to court. Now, this is in the text, and I still got the text. I'm taking two people to court. So, the two people, if you want me to take you to court, call me again. Keep harassing me. And he stopped. And then he sent one more text and says, it's very important. Very important. So I did call him. Hey Vic, man, the detectives from Atlanta's coming asking me questions, man. What'd you do? What'd you do? I don't know, man. They're asking you. You tell me what I did. Fuck. If I'd known they're looking for me, I'd have went and talked to them. Hell yeah, I would have. I'd have went down there and turned myself in. I would have been up there pulling my shirt up, say, turning around backwards and all that kind of shit. I don't want to get shot. Now, I don't fuck around with police. When the motherfuckers pull me over, man, I'll pull the ignition out, roll one down, put both hands out with the keys in my hand. Okay? I get paranoid like that. Okay? Now, what they
Yeah.
had done was trying to scare me. It's a scare tactic. Okay? That's all he's running with is a fucking scare tactic. When a man ain't got nothing to lose, he ain't gonna back down for shit. And I ain't got nothing to lose. Okay? Only my life. And that's not much. But back to that call. He got me scared to where I went and I called up the fucking Weld County Sheriff's Police. I called them all up and I said, look, this guy here, he lives here. He's a menace. He carries guns. He's done beat up people, assaulted people. He shut schools down. He's in the fucking YMCA talking about penises and filming. I had a police called on him then. I said, and plus there's a truck that got burned up also. I said, and I told them. Well, they didn't find anything. So what I did, I called up the non-emergency number, not the 911. Hell, it might have been 911. Fuck, I don't know. Now I'm already rolled up now. My CPTS done kicked up probably 60-70%. Okay.
Yeah, I can tell.
It's not really skyrocketed. So the 911 lady, she says, "Are you taking your medication?" I said, "I don't take medication. Are you on any drugs?" I said, "Ma'am, I don't do drugs. I'm not drinking. I don't have medication. Do you have any weapons?" I said, "Ma'am, I don't have a gun, no bazooka, no hand grenades. I don't have nothing here." I said, "I have a steak knife, but it's dull." "Well, we'll send an officer out there, but when you come out there, don't have your phone in your hand." Oh, I got that just, I went skyrocketed because here I'm thinking the motherfucker's going to shoot me. Okay.
Yeah.
I get paranoid. I hide my phone. I hide all that shit. And even hide my key because I don't know if motherfucker might want to come up in my house and shit. I don't know. You're going to have a warrant to actually do that. But so I see him coming up the street. He's rolling up real slow. So he gets halfway in front of my house and he don't get out of the car. I'm like 12, 15 feet in front of him, right dead center in the street. So I drop my coat. My coat's just on my shoulders, So I drop it, pull my shirt up over my head. I can't see the car now. My shirt's up over my head. I turn around for that cop so he can see. I ain't got no fucking gun on me. It's like a felony arrest. I get down on the ground, put my hands behind my back. Okay, the cop gets out the fucking car and he said, "You can get up. Do you have any weapons?" I said, "No." I run to the front of the hood, put my hands on the hood. And then I handed him my driver's license. And then I proceeded to tell him, Tommy Fellows, associated with Colorado Pet Patrol, is, saying detectives is out there asking him all kind of questions about me. If that's so, I'm gonna go down here to that Atlanta police and say, "Hey, y'all want to ask me questions? I'm right here. You ain't gotta look for me." I'll turn myself in. I'm not gonna be like that, running, like how I did with Bobby Joe. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do that. No. I should have gave myself up with her, but I had all these motherfuckers, all the people over at CPP gonna gang up on me. See what I'm saying? I mean, that's how they want to work the system. See what they don't know. Tomorrow, I'm also gonna go up here to the clinic, and I'm gonna pull all my medical records. Now, Tommy, you won't come at me. I got medical records that I got right at the time you called. It was like 4 or 5 days later. I had to go up there, and that's when I found out that I had a heart valve problem. No fucking one in my chest is hurt. Maybe you did that, Tommy. Maybe Nanya did that. That's why I want to take these restraining orders. Number one, so that way everybody can see this in the community. Say, "Oops, we fucked up. We fucked up." Okay. Now I'm gonna. There's. I want y'all to look at this scenario. Now there are people that sometimes a lot of us don't like. People will give them a chance to be in a chat. They might poke a little bit to the person that they don't like. They have like a little thing going, okay? But they're not really going at it, strangling each other.
Yeah, I
They
mean, well,
can get
there's a
along
big
with each
difference
other.
between being
That's
threatening
good.
and malicious and just joking
Huh?
around. You know, there's a huge difference. There's a huge
Well,
difference
yeah, but
between.
see, this is the thing, bro. Me and Warbot was the worst fucking enemies, okay? And we are the best fucking enemies now. And something else. There's other people, that reached out to me and says, "Hey Vic, man, you did a good job on Nanya." And these motherfuckers hated me. We hated each other. But see, I'm willing to put down my hate. I don't hate anybody. I know I fuck up a lot, but I got a temper. A lot of people else got a temper. But when you start screwing with me and you say, "Oh, I'm not about the drama," and you getting up there in front of your sheep telling your sheep that's bullshit. You are in for the drama, Tommy. That's why you do that, what you do. And that's why I'm not backing down. You called me up. I never called Tommy. Tommy called me up. And when after I told him not to, then he called me up again from another phone, and I told him to stop doing it. He fucked up. He thought he could block the number and then text me, and it would be private. But that didn't happen. That's how I got the second number. The third number was the decoy calling up saying he's the police officer, and had me write down some number and the police officer's name. Okay. Now, then there's a fourth number. I don't know if that fourth number is really them or not. I can get that number looked up. It says it's to a modular home. Kind of weird. I don't look up
Hmm,
under for modular homes. I never leave any of my telephone numbers. So if they think that they're going to get me, instead of right around the same time that police officer call come, I got the one with the modular home, but I didn't answer it. They sent me a text. I guess they sent a text to see if it would go through. And then just when they called me on the other one, and I picked up and acted like a little old lady, and they called me by my name. And I just went along with it. Because, see, number one, what they don't know is that I went and got a I went and got a police report. That was that morning that I was acting. Oh, I was screaming, raising hell. I done told people before I was going to drive up there. Man, wouldn't it be funny if I did this? These motherfuckers would run with this. Oh, Nanya, she would love it. Oh, she's going to play. I, I got her, see. He thought that was real. And they all going to analyze her. Oh, little, Ryan. Oh, he ran a red light. No, I didn't. No, no, no. Now, I might skidded the tires a little bit because I had to give it a little gas. Okay. When I drive here in Atlanta, I drive like the people here in Atlanta.
yeah.
So, my driving wasn't bad. So I went and got that police report. First, they didn't want to give it to me. And I told them, I said, "Look, officer, there's two things here." I said, "Now, I'm gonna turn my phone back on. Okay. I'm gonna turn my phone back on. And I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna tell you one more time what's happening. And if anything happens after that, you are my witness that I told you." I said, "That's all I want is you my witness. I look out that window and see somebody and I pop them in the forehead. Don't get mad at me because you already know." Because see, this is the weird thing. I told him, I said, "Look, you can have 10,000 people following you. You got 10,000 sheep." I said, "Now, all 10,000 sheep, there are going to be a couple of them out there, probably about 10, 20, 30 sheep. They're going to take orders from them." I said, "You don't know what they're capable of doing. And this is the type of man that will do it." I said, "He's got a record. I've been in the same house for 40 years. 40 years, never moved. Look at all these other people. Look at Nanya. How many times he's moved in 10 years? Same with Tommy. Okay. Now, they want to play this game, and then when someone gets into playing that game with them, they want to move that football post and change the rules for you. You can't do that. I'm gonna play by your rules. I'm not gonna make my rules up. I got your game book, and I'm gonna look at it and study it, and I'm gonna play by your rules, and I'm gonna win. So that's like, going to different places. It's like, oh man, oh, I got a good one for him. We're gonna save that one, okay, Bill? I'll let you know.
I got
It's,
you.
you're gonna like this one. Only a few people know. A few people. They want content. They want still old Vic's content. They want still everybody else's content. That's what this is about. Now, what if I go over there and start filming Tommy's content, and I put it out there and put it behind the paywall? How would he feel about that? Okay, seriously, how would Tommy feel? And see, I think it's if he's going to be hanging out with Onion, I think well, maybe he shouldn't be having CPP. He
Well,
can't come up with no convictions. I mean, Sam thought, he went on his website. I don't know what happened. I mean, I'm just repeating what I just saw. Went on the website, went across the top, and went to the conviction that had a question mark. I don't know what that's about. See, this is the kind of shit Tommy does. We all been saying this for the longest time. But what we need to do is just talk about it every day. Bring it up every day. Bring it up every and since they hang out with Nanya and them, they like making websites. Put a website up. CCP is a fraud. And then put all these videos out. And then, if you really want to get serious because he's a threat, let his neighbors know all the silly shit he's did. Only the truth, not the lies. Can't fabricate
oh,
it. Can't make the people
I'm
think
sure his
it's one
neighbors
way
already
when it's
know he's
true.
an
Just give
asshole.
them the video and let them decide on themselves. Because the neighbors have a right. The neighbors got kids. Tommy's losing his kids. They don't want his last name. So, I mean, there's a problem there.
His
Contributing
kids
to
don't want
delinquency of a
his.
minor. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Oh yeah,
I
I mean,
don't
he
have
just
them
got
kind of
arrested
charges.
for abusing his kids.
Yeah. So, it's all, I mean, that's what's going on. And see, I got a few calls. And what I could do, if you want to, now you have to keep this under your hat.
Okay.
The recent calls, there's 3 of them today. 3 calls a day. And then there's a couple calls that was a couple of days ago. But see, this is a real thing. When I go get them papers from the police station and I take it to the judge and I say, see what they done to me? I've been telling them. Now I have CPTSD. I might just snap. I can't help myself. You know, uh, I'm trying my best. That's what I'm trying to do right now is do what's right. And I will leave it like this. I left my telephone number with Tom's probation officer. And I told her everything. I told her about what is on his phone. And I said, and there are other people in the community that has that proof. Disseminating, what I'm talking about. So if he wants to play games, that's fine. That's going to be out there. I mean, people's making websites of me. Gomez. So why can't I make one about him? Why can't I find out who that decoy is? That's who I want to know. Who's that decoy? So that way, when I go after Tommy, I'm going to come after you too because that's your phone. Now there's 2 people fucking with me. I have every right to know who you are. And when I do find out, I'm going to run a background check on you.
Well,
Every one of
we
y'all.
have a name to one of those other phone numbers. I don't know if you have it or not. I don't say it here, but
Right. Well,
we
I
have a
can't
name to
hardly
one of those
hear.
other phone numbers. I said, I don't. We have the name for one of those other phone numbers. I don't know if
Right.
you have it or not. Don't say it here,
Well,
please.
I'll give it
But
to somebody and have them give it to somebody. You know, there's a couple of numbers I didn't give out.
Pat Con, when there are recordings of Tommy's voice, so no, it's not somebody spoofing his number,
No, it's not
dumbass.
nobody. No, no. I talked to Tommy. He was on one of the calls. Okay. Now, the police officer, if I heard that voice again, I would know. And it was a man. And that's his decoy. Okay. Now, some reason this morning, no, last night or yesterday. Oh, he's. Oh, I didn't take a restraining order out on you. I didn't do a report. Well, I know you didn't do a report. But see, you knew I was going to do it when I walked up into that police station. Damn right, I was going to do it. I didn't go up there for just clicks and views. I went up there for real. Because, he may not do something, but one of his little buddies might. So I'm going to document this. So if my shit gets fucked up, you're going to be held responsible. If I catch him, you're damn right. And you can ask my neighbors. I've caught about 25, 30 people breaking in cars and shit, and I walk right up on them with a 2x4, okay? And make them ease out of that car. And if they don't, I go to town on them. I ain't never had to beat one of them up one time. I never did. Caught them breaking in people's houses, walking out the front door with a fucking stolen television, one of them big dinosaur televisions. I said, you put it down real easy and I'll let you go. I knew where the boy lived. Now, I went over there and told his mama, you better watch your son. You better be glad he didn't break in my house. And that was like 40 years ago. This was a bad little neighborhood. Now it's real yuppie, gentrified and everything. The house was like 35,000. Now it's 350,000, maybe 450. Who knows? But yeah, man, he needs to keep better company. He needs to keep better company. If see, I don't want to communicate with that man. I don't like that man. I don't communicate with people that I feel have a narcissistic personality. Okay, I cannot listen to them. It's like a fingernail going down the chalkboard. No, maybe the guy who called me up, maybe I could have talked to him and explained everything to him, but not Tommy. If I don't like you, I'll build my wall up and it'll never come down. And that's what I did with Nanya when she had her little karaoke thing. See, people come, people remember that. I cut her off. I told everybody she had issues. She has issues. She's carrying a lot of baggage. No, the people didn't know why she looked, huh?
These people had no friends in high school, and they still carry that shit around with them.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have many friends, but and I'm gonna be serious here. I have a lot of issues myself, so it's easier for me to see stuff that a lot of people don't see.
I wouldn't guess, man.
Well, yeah, but I don't. I'm a totally different animal than her. I mean, when you get fucked with a little while, then the animal comes out, and I start growing hair in my back.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what happened to Aaron. The animal come out, and he had that, javelina hair.
Yeah, I have the same animal. It takes a lot to get my animal to come out, but when it does, man, it's it's pretty horrible. That's why I have to try to keep myself calm all the time. Doesn't
But
always work, but
yeah, that's true. Well, the thing about it, Bill, is you have empathy. Empathy for people, empathy for, life. Something's hurting. You don't want to keep it hurting. You someone is dying. Well, I hope they fucking die. That kind of shit. They say that shit, and it's not only over here where Nanya is. It's over here with Scotty, Chisel, Gomez, Mitch. It's all those people too now. They all play into it. Mr. Good Guy, Bad Guy, Good Cop, Bad Cop, and say what's really weird is people say, they think they're doing something good by just going in there and chatting, which I know that people want to chat. But see, why go up into this man's chat when he's a skinthead, okay? He was a skinthead. Why would you want to be associated, your name in that chat? Be seen. I wouldn't. That's why you don't see me at Gomez. You don't see me in Nanya's. You don't see me in Tommy's. You don't see me in. If I'm not in your stream, I don't like you. You're someone that I built a wall between us. But yeah, I have people sending me shit of what I said in these chats. I will watch it every
oh
now and
yeah,
again, but it's very rarely. It's like, I didn't watch Tommy's today. He had one. He was ranting, I guess. I don't know. Uh, it don't matter. I don't watch people's videos.
I don't either. I mean, it's like you said, people send you stuff, and sometimes I'm like, okay, whatever. But uh, most of the time, I don't even watch it. I just give them a thumbs up, whatever, and I don't even look at it. You know what I mean? I just
Right. Well, let me ask you this,
pay these
Bill.
people very little attention, but they've always got my name in their mouth too. So I'm still pulling their strings, whether they like it or not.
Right, right. Well, let me ask you this now. Just say, for instance, I made calls, okay? Different kind of calls, not calls that people are screaming and all that. You know what I'm saying? Not them kind of calls. Might get one or two, but I'm trying to stay away from that. I make these calls and put it behind a GoFundMe. So each one of these videos has a GoFundMe. Now, if the video is 30 minutes long, and just say, for instance, I'm talking to Tommy's next door neighbor about him. And then I talk to another one, that's another 30 minutes. Now, I'll put an hour out there for, say, $50. You get probably 6 calls. Or the whole neighborhood, $100 for the whole neighborhood, and there's like 15, 20 people on that street. You knock on every door or call every one of them up and get an interview, just an interview. And ask them, start out, ask them, do you know who lives at such and such, such and such? No, I don't. Do you know a Tommy Fellows? No, I don't. Do you know a CPP? Oh, yeah. Okay. That kind of thing. And then that's when you ease into it. All you want to do is keep it even. Do you know Tommy Fellows? The person next to him? Hell yeah, I know him. He's the worst neighbor of them all. Well, see, I wasn't coercing. See what I'm saying? Same with what I did with Nanya. Put all these behind paywalls. Do you think I can make money on it?
Yeah, there are people out here that anytime they subscribe to any channel that has a paywall, there are people in this community that subscribe to it and pay the money.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing. I'm not putting it behind paywall because if one person can pay and then 100 people can see it for free. So what I do is I put a goal. Once the goal is met for $100, then you get the video. So if this one puts 5 in, and that one put 10, and this one put 20, whenever it gets to 100, that's when everything drops.
Hmm. That's not a bad idea either.
See, it's like, okay, all the information that I'm going around asking questions, and see, this is the thing. This is the thing. He wants to call this neighborhood. I'll give him people. I'll tell them, call this one here, see what they say. Call this one here, see what they say. You see, this is what they gonna do. They're gonna call. Oh, you know, Vic is he's this and that and the other. Oh, Vic, he's real evil. See, that's what they're gonna do. See what I'm saying? See, that's a different tactic there. See, that's how. Who was it that called Nate Garage's mother and got her mad? Who was that? Was it Nanya that did that?
Oh, I don't know. Like I said, I don't watch
Well, see,
YouTube stuff at
Nate's
all.
garage hangs out over there with John Davis, but he's on the spectrum,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
And
See, Nate was cool before he started hanging out with John. John manipulated the
now,
shit out of that kid.
yeah, well, still, I look at him, you know, as a kid, and you know, whatever the young man does, you know, he's not a danger to me. He's not a threat to me. He's still a child, more or less. And I don't want to call him a child, but you know what I'm saying? He's not a threat, okay? And so there's therefore, you know, an adult would just overlook his trolling, okay? But however, the people around him, yeah, okay, yeah. But what does Nanya do? Calls the mother up, fucks with the mother, gets her irate to where she goes to screaming, and then they got content and they laugh at her. See, that is the wrong thing to do. Whereas I called a landlord and explained to them to see where they was going, and when they started talking about that, they didn't mind talking. They didn't mind talking.
Dude,
And see, huh?
Nanya's own family disowned her, so I mean, she's just not a good person.
Well, I know that, but see, I did background checks on her family. I know how much they are worth, or the houses that they live in. Okay, and then I look at Nanya, and I'm saying, what the fuck happened? And like I said, when she was in a younger age, she manipulated one of them. Probably said daddy molested her, or may have happened, or she was jealous of them, stole money from them, and then they ostracized her. Okay? Her mentality is a ghetto. She likes ghetto. Ghetto people want to move out of the ghetto, not into the ghetto. Then you gonna make ghost guns and act thuggish. And I heard through the grapevine, yeah, Bobby Chambers is in a gang, and that's why I asked about that tattoo. It might be
Yeah,
I
that.
might be on the wrong thing, but I'm just saying I don't leave any rocks unturned. If it's there to be
Yeah, he's
called, I'm gonna call it.
he's got that three dot tattoo, which is supposed to be a prison tattoo, something about my crazy life or some shit like that. But I don't know if he's actually. I don't remember if he's actually been to prison. He's just a fucking poser. Like I've seen pictures of him posing with guns and shit. He's a poser, man. He's nothing.
He's a red dot Indian. Is what I was told,
I
but
don't
I don't
know.
know.
He's got
That
darker
doesn't.
skin, but
Yeah, well, you know, really, that doesn't matter where they come from.
no.
But the thing is, you know, you look at her mentality, suing people, being late on your rent and evicted, your car is sitting up on the fucking blocks, okay, with the radio taken out. I mean, really, this gets deep. Look at the personality behind that action. Something's going on. Okay,
Right.
she's at home all day long on the computer. She ain't got a job. So computers and hacking, all that goes well. And she knows all about computers too. Oh, she was helping the landlords fix their Facebook once they got hacked. People were cloning her Facebook. Who do we know in the community that likes to clone people's accounts? See, they're all running the same group. You
Oh,
know,
there's
that
there's
time,
been there's been 5 or 6 times. They're not good at it because it shows like 0 posts and 0 followers, but people have mimicked my Instagram like 5 or 6 times. So, and then like they hit people up as me and act like I'm asking for money, or they'll just hit up a girl and just start like immediately. Like I don't ask girls for nudes when we're talking privately. But they would jump in and just start demanding titty pics, and I mean, it was pretty easy for them to tell it wasn't really me. Um, but like, yeah, they've tried, or they've made a fake Bill fucking Powell Instagram account, and then they made a fake account of a female, and then had this conversation back and forth, and made it look like the two of us had a conversation that we never had, and they put that shit out. So that's happened too. So I know exactly what they do.
You see, you know, I think that there's a lieutenant out there in Hot Springs that needs to know that. A lieutenant. I've sent that what I found. I sent it to some people so they can see it, so they know that that I was telling the truth about it. Because it's like when I'm calling up different people, I let people hear it so they know the truth. I've been telling people, oh, I got this and that and the other. They want me to drop it. See, that's what is wrong. Okay, I get something. Everybody wants it dropped. But once I hold it, I stop that circle. See, when Nanya goes at you and you don't reciprocate, you break that cycle and she can't get her supply. But when you get mad, you feed her the supply. You cut
Mm-hmm.
that supply off, she got to go somewhere else to get drama. So if I have to go to court and say she's stealing from me, I want her to stop. And there's other people behind me that's going to come here too. And when they do, can we get her off the internet? Once you get about 5, 6, 7 people coming at you in court, the judge is going to look at it and say, huh, something's wrong here.
Oh, that happens. They can court order you off the internet. They do that, and
Well,
they finally started going after people, um, like people that goad people into killing themselves and stuff. They're finally starting to put people in prison for doing that.
well, see, I want to make a statement right now, okay? While we're all here, when you just said that, I'm gonna send you where it shows that my valve is bad, okay? I don't know which fucking one it is, but I can feel it. Now, if I end up deceased, that's because of Gomez fucking with me, putting all these websites out, all these Facebook things out, trolling me. Aaron cannot stop. Aaron is worse than Nanya. Aaron is equivalent to Mitch, Scotty, Chisel. They're all the same, but see, they do these long streams and do it on loop. Okay, Gomez, Nanya, and Tommy Fellows. Those are the ones that really stressed me out. Nanya's still in my content. Tommy Fellows fucking with me, calling me up. We ain't friends. I never called him since I gave him that casket. Maybe 1 or 2 times, but that was way the fuck back. Not anytime soon or lately. And he calls me, stirred me up. Yeah, he's involved now. And Gomez, all them three right there. Now, Mitch, you want to use my content? I'll add you on there too. You want my content? Ask me. Ask me what you want, and I'll allow you to do it. But I have to know what you want. Don't think you're gonna take it. Because I don't take your content. I make my own content and y'all want to steal it. So, y'all want to put me in a spotlight and make me your actor. Well, you have done that. I acted when I went to the police station. I gave you content and I made you a fool. show that you're stealing my shit, and then you go laughing and all that. So it's not going to look good on them when they wish people death. Me dying in a graveyard, hey, you might get your wish, Nanya. Now, next time you say that, I'm going to think about it. I'm going to think about it. See, I'm going to tell you something, Nanya. Go back. I know you got that video of me walking through the cemetery. Now, I left Kenny Rogers' grave. Now, will the circle be unbroken? Now, when I left that grave, I was looking around for trees. All these motherfucking trees in that graveyard got too many limbs. If I jumped off one of them trees, I'm gonna hit every motherfucking limb coming down there, and I'm gonna look as ugly as you are. So I'm looking for me a tree with less limbs, so I have a longer drop. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a long, long drop, but I'm just saying, long enough that I can, you know. I found a tree, and I even put the camera and looked up at the tree, and I said, see if you can find that tree. So if Vic ever did that, that's a secret right there. If you can find him, he's going to be up at the top of that tree. See, the top of that tree, the top of it's been cut out, and it's got these little limbs that grow up, sort of like a U shape. You'll see it. Because, see, I'm already in pain. I know that I'm dying. I know. And I don't live in one of these states that the right to die state. I've been looking. I've been looking. Seeing how much it costs to go there, move where I could move to. But I don't think that's ever going to happen. And I'm not in so much pain now that that's in my mind. But see, you have to prepare yourself. It's like I've been cleaning up, throwing stuff away, writing my letters, writing my notes, apologizing to people. So that way, when I go, even though these people hate me, they're going to know that I don't hate them. I don't have to take that with me. Like what Nanya's doing, she's living, she's carrying that shit with her. And that's not good. I mean, if you got a disagreement, you try to fix it.
I try not to let myself hate because hate really does take a lot of energy. At least the way I do it,
Well,
do you have like mitral valve prolapse or something like that?
I don't know. It was, let me look. I got it here somewhere. I mean, I got so much paperwork here. Let me look.
Yeah, I mean, I've had mitral valve prolapse. I was actually born with it. So yeah, I mean, and not related to that, but there's other things where, like if I had $1 every time the doctor said I was going to be dead in 2 years, well, I probably only have about $8, but still though, I mean, they tell you if you don't do this, you're gonna, like you're not gonna last very much longer. And I never do what they want me to do, and like I'm still fucking here. I give away all my shit, sell all my shit, and then 5 years later, oh fuck. So yeah.
Hold on, let me do something. Oh, that picture right there. Look at that picture. That was me. It was me years ago.
Not a bad looking young man. No homo.
Yeah, that was me many, many, many years ago. And when I grew that beard right there, I hadn't shaved since then. And I'm gonna shave here soon, okay? I'm gonna shave here soon, but I'm gonna have to do some things first before I shave. But I'm gonna show you. Let me change this around here to where I can get the camera facing the other way. Come on, camera.
I've had a goatee at least. I mean, sometimes I have a full beard. Have a full beard, but still shave my balls. I don't know. You guys figure it out. But yeah, I've had at least a mustache and goatee since I was 19, and I shaved it once since then. And I didn't like what I saw underneath, so I grew it all back.
Okay, you
Oh,
see what that's?
you're an earthquake.
Yeah, you see what that says right there?
Oh no, it's really small.
It says something other sinus
Abnormal rhythm.
rhythm, and it says short PR syndrome or something other, frequent CBCs, Valeska or whatever, trigonometry, whatever, to that. But see, abnormal rhythm is what they said. Okay. And, I've
And
noticed
that's
that,
not a brain scan, right? I'm
no,
kidding.
no, that's not a brain scan. But yeah, this is the thing right there, the graph. And I think what's happening is maybe that one's not doing or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
Uh, I mean, these motherfuckers don't tell me nothing, but that's why I'm going to be pulling out, pulling my records to see what's going on. Uh,
Right.
so, but my chest was hurting. Well, actually, it was in my back. My back was throbbing real hard, and nowhere, I could turn. It still hurt like hell. And then my chest would hurt too. And I got thinking, well, fuck, the chest and that's right there at the same, pretty much same place, level with each other. The pain in the front and the pain in my shoulder. So yeah, that's the heart right there. So that's what's going on. And so I knew
Right.
it was going on. I knew something was going on. So that's why I went to the doctor. Okay. The date that I went was 127. And it's like a little bit over a week after I got those calls, or 7 days after Tommy called me. It could have been 10 days. Okay.
Well, definitely stress uh, causes stuff like that for sure.
Well, yeah. And if I die, then we know who's going to be charged with it. They say, oh, you need to stay up there until you die, stay in the grave or some shit like that. I mean, you know, I think Nanya's in love with me, man. I'm seriously, I really do. She's in love
Got
with me.
gotta be, gotta be. Dude,
Gotta be. I
somebody
mean,
sent me a 30-minute video where she's doing nothing but talking about me, talking about my dick. She talked about my dick more in 30 minutes than I have in 3 years.
who sent her
It's
a picture
creepy,
of your
man.
dick? Who sent her a picture of
uh,
it?
I might, I might.
Oh, okay. Well, I ain't gonna say nothing, bro. Well, I tell you
I don't
what.
really want to encourage her though.
If you do anything, stay on top. Stay on top,
Oh, I could
and
never
make
be the
sure
bottom.
she don't handcuff you to the bed, because if she does, you fuck. She's gonna break your foot, and you never get away. Be like Bates Motel or whatever that one movie was.
Oh,
What?
no, yeah, no, I know the other. It's a different. Yeah, I know what you're talking about though. Where she keeps him tied to the bed, breaks his legs and shit. Yeah,
Yeah, he was a writer and everything. He wrote,
yeah, yeah. I forget what it's called, but yeah,
But yeah, man,
Misery. Yes, thank you, sir.
misery. That's correct. That's it.
And Crystal. Yeah, being chained to a bed isn't always all bad, but you got to have boundaries.
Well, as long as they're fake handcuffs and I can get loose, we can play that game. But I don't like to be tied up too much. I
I
get a
don't
little.
either.
It's like being, claustrophobic.
Yeah, I don't like being tied up either. I'm usually the one doing the tying. So
But yeah, man, I have, there's something I'm going to do here that you may like. You may, find it a little interesting. It's going to be something totally different. Now, everybody's made all kind of videos and made good ones too now. But this one here is going to hit the box office here in the community. Everybody's going to want to see this one. I mean, even Alex might want to look at it. Just look at it and say, wow, that motherfucker's crazy as fuck to do that. It'll make you.
I like it already.
If I was outside, or not outside, well, yeah, outside, but if I was to walk to the store like that, people will be staring at me. That's how far out it's going to be. And if it was nighttime, people would probably walk the other way.
That's the thing, though. I've done way more stuff that was way more effective, and I did it quietly. I didn't go brag about it. Tommy
Well,
has
this
no idea how much money. Yeah.
well, this is going to be done in the graveyard, in a graveyard at midnight, across from the Indian Etowah Mounds.
Oh
There's
yeah.
a cemetery across from the Etowah Indian Mounds. I'm gonna go there, and we're gonna have a day out there, and then when it gets nighttime, we're gonna hang out a little bit, and we're gonna do a séance out there in the graveyard. I'm gonna cast spells on three people.
You gotta watch
Gomez.
that Indian shit, man.
Oh, I know it. Gomez. He's number one, and then Tommy, and then Nanya. Tommy. He's worries about that. When I said that casket had spells in it, he got rid of that motherfucker in a heartbeat. Boom, sold it. He didn't want it no more. He was about to burn it. It scared him. And then Gomez, when I was out there at his house, I was out there in the yard looking for rocks and stuff. I found two crystals, one on each side of the driveway. So I pick them up and I'm looking for more crystals like that. I thought I found some good stuff. Well, I stole this crystals that's supposed to keep the power away from him. And when he found out
Hmm.
that, I took the crystals, I was already back here at the house. So that meant he had to go out and find more crystals to build his wall back up to keep the demons out. He's really bad about that. Him and other people he knows, they do like a walk around seance thing, reading this thing, doing some kind of herb. You know how like the Jewish people have that little lantern thing with the little thing that smokes out of it. It's something similar like that.
Yeah.
They walk around their property and cast the spells out of it or something. I don't know, but
Well,
he
you
said
want
that.
to get you some salt and some sage to. I mean, and I don't necessarily believe in this stuff, but I got to admit I've seen things that I really can't explain. Um,
Well,
but yeah,
what
you're
I
gonna want some
did.
salt and some sage and virgin wax and all that stuff.
Well, let me ask you, what would 10 fingernails and three toenails bring you? In a flock of hair, a little bit of a toothpaste goop, and a little bit of dandruff. Not much dandruff, but there's a little bit of dandruff. What can I do with that?
That would probably get you a felony, but I don't really know. Uh,
Well, no, there was
like
part of
I,
the fingernails. The fingernails was clipped off, put in in an ashtray, and I dug them out. The hair come out of a hairbrush. The
oh, that's
toothbrush, you
dedication.
throw it away. I thought, I was going to use it to make a little voodoo doll, but I'm going to use it to cast a spell. So that way
Hmm.
it really connects to Aaron because I have his, bodily parts that he shed.
Don't. I mean, it's none of my business, but you didn't keep any of his. No, no, he can't make jizz. Never mind. He can't even. He can't get hard. So forget it. Never mind.
No, I didn't. I didn't keep none of that. This is like hair from his old hairbrush. No toothbrush. He threw it away. Uh, Dandruff. And like I said, the fingernails and the toenails. See, I knew. See, when he clipped his fingernails, I grabbed the ashtray right then and there, and I dumped it over in another little pile, and I put the ashtray back, so I could know which three toenails was in the ashtray. For some reason, he only cut three toenails, but 10 fingernails. I guess the other seven
Hmm.
toenails don't grow as fast.
Yeah, I mean, I got a couple of toes that the nails don't grow as fast as the other ones, so I don't think that's abnormal.
Nah, nah, I think we
Uh,
all
I
got that.
Jen A, I saw you ask earlier what size ball gag Nanya would wear. I don't know because you would need like sonar or something to measure that mouth, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
S curve, what is a frequency PVCS?
A frequency PB. See, I don't know enough about this. Like, I know crystals can definitely throw off frequencies because that's how radios work.
Oh
Um,
yeah, that's right. Crystals. That's what they use in the CB radios. See, there's a way you can take those crystals out and put other crystals in and get way more frequencies.
yes, exactly. So crystals are definitely capable of projecting frequencies, and you can make it project. And there's a lot to that kind of stuff, and the stuff that they are discovering or proving now with the I keep up a little bit with the CERN particle collider, and they
Right,
are finding things out. But it's fucking scary, man. Like I mean, they've proven that there are other dimensions, and they've proven that we can communicate. Like this shit is real, you know.
right.
So I mean, I'm a huge skeptic, but it's hard to argue with science.
Yeah, that's true. I'm always looking stuff up. Science stuff and watching that. But lately, I've been looking up. Uh, the narcissistic traits and signs you look out for. And
Hmm.
more and more I'm looking at that, I'm like, wow, I can see that. I can see that. But every time, I mean, I've been getting what do they call that? Not strikes, but it's like a strike when you use some, like a song or something, and you'll
Hmm.
get a plus mark beside you. Copyright. I got a copyright strike.
Yeah. Well, is it an actual strike? Because um, Don Henley actually filed an actual real copyright strike against me for using one of his songs. I'm trying to keep
Ah,
younger generations involved in this kind of music, and he wants to fucking strike everybody. But
right,
usually YouTube just sends you a thing where like you can't monetize it, or if it
right.
makes money, you got to give it to the. But yeah, it usually doesn't count against your channel. But
Well,
Don
I
fucking
like to use
Henley actually did a legal strike against me.
I like the AI music. The AI music sounds pretty good to me. I mean, a lot of it does, but there's some of it I could tell there's,
Some of
where
it,
they try to piece it
yeah.
together. But that's what I'm going to start getting into is the AI. Instead of me getting up talking, I'll just get the AI to talk, do documentaries.
Yeah, they're doing some wild shit with AI, and like to me, I don't think AI is a good thing. It's gonna cause.
Well,
It's
they're
already
making new
causing a
laws.
lot of problems.
Yeah, they're making new laws about it, for using people's likeness, something, it's like what Nanya's doing, using my videos and then using my picture, making other pictures out of my picture. So, you know, tit for tat, you know.
Well, I do like tits. Hey, what's up, Melinda?
Well, I don't know. You might find a bulge, but I don't think there's anything there.
Right. Hey, did you walk away from your phone because you got real hard to hear all of a sudden?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I was just laid down, man. Can you hear me now?
I could for a second. What's going on,
Okay,
Annoyed?
now.
If that's the real Annoyed.
Oh, they've been a fake one running around.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I got all my volumes turned up.
Okay, you sound good now. We can hear you.
Okay, good, good. I'll just
That's good. Yeah,
stay.
right there.
I'll stay sitting up then.
Well, I mean, if you need to lay down, dude, if your chest is hurting or whatever,
Oh,
we can.
no, it's just my back, between my shoulder blade. But
Mm,
it's fine. I can sit up long enough.
all right.
So let me ask you a question now.
All right.
I got Tommy all fired up. He's gonna go get him a detective. How's that gonna work when he called me up? And I done told him back in January, stop calling me. And then he waits a month, and then he calls me a month and a half later.
Well, it's not going to look good on him, especially if he's been threatening and stuff like that. I didn't like. I saw a screenshot of what you put out, but I didn't actually read what he was saying. So
Right.
if he's being nasty, then and I
Well,
that idiot
he's calling
actually
me.
he he didn't know that you can't block a text message like you can a phone call. That's funny. You can't block your number on a text message the same way that you do on a phone call.
Well, he messed up though. See, this is the thing. I didn't call him back on that number either. I didn't call him back, but see, when I seen the first three prefixes of that number, and the text also. Now I did text him back, told him to fuck off, and that was the last two times I texted him, and that was on new numbers. Them telling me you better keep Tommy Tommy Fellow's name and CCP or CPP out of your mouth. Oh hell no! You don't woke me up. I'm gonna call his name out every day now. I got
Yeah.
five different accounts. Five different accounts. He don't know the other two accounts. He knows three of them,
Well,
but the other two.
well, I mean, you probably for your own sanity, what's left of it, and your health, you probably better up just to keep blocking his ass. I mean, you told him not
Well, I
to
blocked
contact
him.
you, and you told him to fuck off, and that's it's good.
Yeah.
But when you're going off on him, I mean, if you got to go off to relieve some steam, fine, but just don't make any threats or anything like that because that's
Right. No.
where
No.
they'll get you.
Right. Well, I just told the police. I said, "What do you mean do? Sit here and do nothing?" I said, when there is a chance he's got what? How many thousands? Tens of thousands? 50,000, 100,000. Okay, you got 100,000 people there. Maybe 10,000 of them might be the kind that take orders. It don't have to be 1,000. It could be 100. You still got a threat there. People's trucks
Yeah.
got burned up. Now he ain't an angel pulling guns on people. He invited to come play basketball. Locke went out there to talk to him, and he hit Locke. Now
There's
that right
definitely
there
a
shows
pattern,
that
and
shows
annoyed.
Go ahead.
I guess they're saying this is the real annoyed, but he's saying that he's also had the same kind of experience from Tommy that you're having. So Um, there's a pattern there.
Yeah, yeah. And see, see, he's been getting away with this for a long time. And I think
Oh
it's
yeah,
time
well, I
that
mean,
everybody just stand up and just start putting his shit out there, put videos out, link it to his name, link it to his corporation or whatever it is, CPP. Put that out there. You know, I'm
the
gonna tell
the
you
only
what.
reason the only reason I made another channel, the only reason I made this channel was because I have screenshots of him. When my old channel got nuked, I wasn't gonna make a new one, and I didn't make one. I was actually kind of relieved. I mean, that's a whole other story, but um, I'm getting all these screenshots of Tommy saying that him and I had a conversation where he told me to take my channel down, or he was going to expose what he has on me. It was complete bullshit. That conversation never happened. He doesn't have anything on me, and I invite him to come up here and tell me what it is, but he don't have the balls.
Well, I'll tell you what.
But
Hey,
that's the
Bill.
only reason I started a new channel was to show that he was lying.
Hey, Bill. I tell you what. I'll give you my channel. I'll turn it all over to you. Give you the keys to it,
That's
and when you
okay.
get it, you just change the email, and it's all yours. You already got like I don't know how many hundreds of people in there, but you know you got a few
That's
videos that
okay,
you got
man.
to look at.
I can barely afford to keep the gas in this channel. I don't really need a second one, but I appreciate it.
Well, you know you can you go live on yours, and then you can do a live on this one too at the same time.
Yeah, that's above my technical abilities.
Okay, well,
I mean,
I just
after the way Gomez fucked you over, I think that you would have learned your lesson about sharing your channel with people.
Yeah, but this isn't sharing. This is giving it to you to where it is yours and you own it. You own
I'm good,
you
man.
own the channel, and you
I'm
get the
good.
videos too. Now you get the videos. You get at least 25, maybe 30 ed videos. Me driving to work, coming home from work, driving to work, coming. You get all those. Those are free. That comes with it. And you get all the calls I made too. I might have to somehow get them over on another one. I can do that, but you can have the whole channel if you want to. See, that would
Well,
help me out.
it
I'd get off of it, and I won't have so many people following me. Now they got you to follow. You're
I'm good,
you're
man. I
you're you
don't
you are a better leader than I am. You can do it.
I don't want to lead anything, man. I really don't.
Well, I have a hard time leading myself, but you know,
I mean,
well,
I don't lead the Sea Monkeys. I work for them. The Sea Monkeys
oh,
isn't like it's not about Bill Powell. It's about thinking for yourself and
right.
not following anybody. That's what that's really about.
Well, it's okay to follow somebody, but you got to know, like following. Okay, you go live, I'll listen, but you have to be decisions, and watch out for the propaganda and the bullshit. See,
Right.
people can paint a picture a certain way, and they're real conniving, and they have a way to make themselves look like they're innocent. You know. Uh, and screw people over. And Nanya's one of those, and Tommy's one of those. Gomez is just plain out stupid. Now
You know,
his abusing women go way back 9, maybe 10 years ago, and he never talked about his ex-wife. I got her number. I just got to find somebody that's good that can find it. I know where she is located in Arizona, but that's about it. I mean, I got other stuff, but I want to make a call to her. I want to find out why they got a divorce. I want to know why she went into hiding. She went into hiding. By the looks of that divorce records, his divorce record. See, I found Gomez's divorce record. He don't ever want to talk about it. I don't talk about it that much. I have it, and it's real. See, he wants to dox me and all that, and then when I dox him, he don't like it. And then when Mitch sees me up there, I just put eyes in there. Or I did something. Oh, I know what it was. That guy was in there, and he said something, and I said to him, oh, I said it somewhere else. No, I said it there. I said, bad guy. I made it look to sound like I was real mad at him. I'm disappointed in you. You better keep an eye on that Jake brake fluid jug because you might find a hole in that stuff and you won't have no Jake brake. We can't have you wrecking your truck. These jokers took that, ran with it, thought there was a such thing as Jake brake fluid. Now, yeah,
I mean,
me and I asked bad guy one time and
technically engine oil, you could call that Jake brake fluid, but yeah, I get it.
well, yeah, but this was just a joke. And I asked a bad guy one day in the chat. I said, "Hey, man, how many miles you have to go before you change your Jake brake fluid?" And he laughed. He says, "Now that's a good one there." So yeah, I mean, I already knew it was just a joke. But these jokers tugged.
Yeah,
Oh, he's making a threat. He's making a threat. And bad guy, he knew I was screwing with him. He knew
right.
it, but everybody else took it as, oh, he's making a threat.
Yeah, they twist shit any way they can.
You see, that they don't have a conscience. Number one, people that don't have a conscience, stay the fuck away from them. People that's got a conscience, got feelings, empathy for others. There might be something there. A lot better than people that's narcissistic and always thinking about themselves. And we know who those people are. Now, I think I might do a few things, yeah, but see, I still have feelings. I still have morals. But these people, they don't have any cat greed, stealing money to go see the catcher that died, that got shot. Uh, she's supposed to get bulletproof vests for people. Then she grifts and still gets money from other people. And then when shit hits the fan, she laughs and jokes about it like it's funny. And we had Peach Shy, she's I already called it out when her brake caliper screwed up. Okay, it's very easy to know what one of those are and loosen it up so when you go down the street, it'll go bang, 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 and then you can get the grip some money. I even mentioned that. And then it keeps happening. The car's breaking down. The car's in the shop. Car's over here in the motel. Well, you grip so much now, nobody's going to help you out. Maybe your own people, but nobody else going to help you out. They already see. They done pulled away from you. And then we have
Yeah,
a bunch of other people in there too like that. I mean, look at the
I mean,
personalities of. Go ahead.
people will give you money if you're honest about it. Oh, speaking of that, y'all, I could use some cocaine money. Uh, if you're so inclined. Don't use your bill money. But I could use some cocaine. Now, see, when I ask for cocaine, way more people donate than if I joke around about, send me however much money for a dick pic. If I just tell them I want drugs, they give it to you. They'll give you more money for that just because you're being somewhat honest about it. I don't always really buy drugs, but it's just when people know they're being lied to, then they don't care what it's for. After a while, there's like, you know what? I'm done with this shit. I bought the same brake caliper 5 times. Either it ain't getting put in right or it's bullshit.
can I grift some for some wood?
Well, hell yeah.
Well, no,
What?
not tree wood, not other wood.
Well, either way.
No, I was just kidding. Now, there's something I want to do, but
Go ahead. Go
it's
ahead.
no, it's too far fetched. I mean, if I pooped in one hand and wished in the other, my hand with the poop would get full fast. Meaning that
I got you.
it'd be a long shot. But yeah, man. What do you think about the Ukraine and all happening with that?
I don't watch the news a whole lot, but what I do know, I don't know, man. Like it's a proxy war. It's an excuse for us to shoot missiles at Russia and keep our hands clean. That's all it
Well,
really is.
yes, but you see, the Ukraine broke away from Russia. Okay, now Ukraine, their past governments was kind of uh, corrupt. Okay, and that's why people, different countries didn't really want to support him because of the corruption. Just like Russia is corrupt, all the oligarchs, they're all corrupt. They're supposed to build these silos, destructible silos, and they take shortcuts and they pocket the money and buy these big yachts. And then we send a
Oh
missile
yeah.
in, just blow the shit up real easy. But now, I think,
The the Russian military complex has always been about generals making money for their own pockets. Like for I don't know, 15, 20 years after the Cold War ended, where you could go to a gun shows and buy all kinds of Russian like night vision. You could get AK-47s for like $300. And it's a you can buy a full auto with the right paperwork in the United States. But they could sell a whole lot more if they were only semi-autos. But all they did was take out the sear and replace it with a different sear to make it semi-auto, and they left everything else the same. But if you know how to operate a file, you could just file a little bit off and make that gun. But anyway, we were buying all kinds of that shit for a long time legally. Um, they've kind of dried up now, but just I mean, anything you can think of.
well, I know there's like a couple of type of old transistors that are sought after, and also there's some radio tubes that
Oh yeah,
musicians use to make amplifiers and
yep,
stuff.
yeah. Those
And
the old back in the day. I had a Marshall half stack. The old tube. You can't beat the sound of the old tube amps. Um,
right,
but they're not making that kind of tube anymore. So if you find one, I think I have one still. I don't have my Marshall equipment anymore, but uh, yeah, but yeah, those tubes that are in the radars and stuff. That yeah, there's a big demand for those.
I watched a lady make amplifier tubes. She made them by hand.
Really?
Yes, soldered. It was tungsten, and it could have. There's like two or three different metals that they used. It could have been titanium, tungsten, titanium, and maybe iron. But she soldered it all together and closed it in a tube and did a bunch of shit to it. And I'm like, wow. And even did the little leads. They had, they built the metal parts first, and then they put it in a glass tube, and then they mashed it down, and then the wires come out on the other end. I mean, they put two or three things around it, which was very cool. And they made the amplifier and plugged it in, and it worked, and I'm like, wow, okay. Talk about an hour to make a tube.
Yeah, they're expensive when you can find them. Hey, thank you, Shauna, by the way. And man, I don't know who some of these people are. Thank you to everybody that contributed to the cocaine fund. I very much appreciate it.
Now, when you do your first line, think about them
Oh, I
and give
will,
thanks
100%.
and give
Oh,
thanks to them. Always do a
yeah, my
homage.
sinuses are even grateful.
It's like every time I'm gonna roll a joint, I'll take a little bit and just throw it off, in the dirt or something, just for the people who's not here with us.
Oh man, I don't know if I could bring myself to do that with coke. There was one time I dropped a baggie in my yard, and man, I was like, "Well, that's gone." But 20 minutes after I'd done what was left, I was out of my yard with a straw. My neighbor was like, "What the fuck you? Oh, ants! I'm getting rid of ants."
Oh, I was with some people and we did all the drugs. It was all coke. These guys was down on the ground looking for crack rock. Okay, and it was like they had a cat, and there's cat litter down there too. I could see him picking that up, tasting it, and spitting it out. And I'm like, yeah, he done put some cat piss in his mouth. You got cat litter? Shit, I
Mm.
wasn't doing that. I was fucked up watching them down there on the ground geeking, picking cat litter up. And every now and again, they get one that was a rock, and they'd put it in their pipe, and I'm like, damn, I'm glad I'm not like them. No.
Yeah, crackheads are. Yeah,
Yeah,
crackheads are something
one of
else. But at least the drugs that are going around now make people completely useless. At least with a crackhead, like you could get a stereo for $5. And I mean, they can fix your car, you know, for $20. But the drugs they're doing now, these motherfuckers, they don't even have the common courtesy to fall all the way down. They just kind of bend in half and they're stuck there.
well, that's that elephant tranquilizer and fentanyl or something or other,
Mm-hmm.
isn't it? That's that
Yeah,
stuff that they find
yeah.
up there and forget Philadelphia. No, it wasn't Philadelphia. It was somewhere up
It's all
north.
over now,
And
man. It's all over now.
wow, yeah, I'd be watching them get high. One of them was looking through the keyhole in a doorknob, and I slammed the book, real hard, and he jammed his eye in that doorknob.
Mm,
And
dumbass.
yeah, my friend told me, he says, "Hey man, you can't be here when they're doing this shit, man. You gotta go."
Yeah.
Because they be looking out the window. I said, "I think they see you, man. I think they see you. Get away from the window." And it
Yeah, they
really
get
goes.
paranoid.
Yeah, they was getting paranoid. So they wouldn't let me stay there, so I left from there. But it was fun sitting there just fucking with them. I'm doing my own little thing. They come in, do their drug, and then they just zone out.
I I bonded a couple out of jail when I was a bondsman. This 3 or 4 times, the same couple, and they kept getting arrested because like she would bend over in front of a window and hold onto the sill, and he would get her from behind, and like people would see them and be like, "Hey, there's this couple fucking. Her titties are flapping up against the window, and we can see this shit." So the cops would go and arrest them, and I'd be, "What the fuck are you thinking?" They're all tweaked out. He's like, "Man, I wanted to nail my old lady, but I was pretty sure there were people walking up to the house, and I couldn't wait, so I just had her bend over so we could both watch while we was fucking." It's like, man.
Well, the closest thing I've seen, was up in New York, and a bag lady backed up to the wall and peed on the wall. And I'm a looking, and she had this little hose. It's like a little hose, a little pea stick or some kind of thing. Yeah, she just inserted that thing, or not inserted, but put it over top of that whatever, and just bent over, peed on the wall. My friend says, "Yeah, they do that up here in New York." I knew, men would do that, but the women,
Yeah,
I thought
well,
they
they
squat.
gotta go too.
Yeah, I thought they squat though. It'd be easy if you was a woman, you got big dress, and you don't have to worry about people seeing that puddle, but you got to make sure your dress don't sit down in that puddle.
Mm. I've never actually worn a dress. I wouldn't know.
Well, I never ever. Well, I had one girl entice me, and
Uh,
I thought I was going to get lucky with her. No, so that she tricked me into that one. But anyways, now Gomez did wear pantyhose for me. Does that count?
I heard I heard that story. Yeah, I
Okay.
actually heard you tell that one. Yep, it doesn't surprise me. Like him being a permanent power bottom just makes a whole lot of sense. It explains a lot. Now,
Right.
does he have a license? Is he a licensed private investigator?
No, never was, never will be. He's a little bit too goofy to be that. This man believes
Does
in UFOs. He's telling me what the green ones do to you and the gray ones. He tells me stay away from the dark gray ones and the gray ones. The green ones,
well,
okay, they're the friendly ones.
doesn't he advertise himself as a PI for hire? It's against the law to advertise yourself as a PI when you're not.
Well, he's not. That's just his call name. See, Gomez, that one's gone. He can't get that one back. Unless he deactivated, which I doubt it, or he may have got it blocked for 6 months. Who knows? Uh, when I was there, he got a strike, and he was working on the last one, and then it took a little while, I guess, and he got struck, and he lost it, and he's got another one, Cannon Brawler or something like that. He's got a bunch of them. If you think I have alts, he's got a lot more alts. See, he's got 6 fucking phones, and
Oh,
all of them are
Jesus.
different numbers. All of them are different numbers. He'll have 3 or 4 phones up here, and he'll be have one phone loud with this little speaker, okay, and the other ones are sitting there copying what's being said. And then he's over here with his other phone texting like he's just somebody else talking. He'll be there talking to himself. And then he gets over there and he
Yeah.
grabs my phone and then he starts trolling these people. Troll Kim. And Kim, I didn't know when see, we was going to Phoenix to get, outside of Phoenix to get the hood and the fender. He goes a long ways around, comes a back way, and he says, film it over here. And I'm looking out the other way because it's more scenic. Over here, they're building shit and stuff. It's not really nothing but just dirt to look at. I mean, dirt can be pretty sometimes, but the other side had the mountains and the cactus and all the other shit out there. Well, little did I know, he drove by Kim's neighborhood. I don't know how close, but it was pretty fucking close. It got her pissed off, got her scared. Okay. Then, while he's typing, it said something, I'm coming from San Diego through Bakersfield, and I'm coming through there, you know, uh, and I'll take you out to eat. And somebody in the chat says, "Oh, he ain't gonna take you out. He's sure enough gonna take you out in the desert somewhere and kill you and drop you off." Oh,
Yeah.
that really got to her. I didn't say that. Now I did not say none of that. He had my fucking phone doing that. And when I got my phone back, it wasn't in the chat or anything. So he used that. But see, then when I got back to Atlanta, I decided, well, I don't want to be doing this anymore. I'm not feeling right about the people I'm hanging out with. Gomez, I'm gonna go on my way. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, yes, I can. And then he got to yelling at me, and that's when I just bucked up to him and said, "Don't you ever fucking call me again. Leave me the fuck alone." And I hung up on him. Since then, that's when he come up. Oh, Vic is a mouth. Okay, well, you getting serious right there, motherfucker. Okay, well, I can take it. That's going to be a lot easier now because I took all the pictures of all these websites, and there's other people connected to these websites. You know, I can understand not liking somebody, but then when you go and you attack somebody's business because you don't like them, like they did Locke, you better stop and think. I never did none of that. I might have went over there to his shop, okay, and he didn't live there no more. I knew that. He knew that. Everybody knew that. But while I was there, I did feel, you know, uh, uh, it's like a movie star moved out of a house. They was there at one time, and you know would touch the same doorknob that they was touched. So that way it was like bring you both closer. You know what I'm saying? That this is the
Yeah.
closest that you've ever been, type deal. Not something that's evil. This is like someone you admired. Okay. Well, Gomez makes the video and stuff, and and then that chipper. There was a wood chipper out there also in the back parking lot. Now I'm gonna bring that chipper 10K. That could possibly be Gomez because Gomez was talking about the wood chipper, making jokes about it in the video. And who was holding the camera? Who was filming it? Who did all the editing? Who drove? Who knew where he lived? I didn't know where the fuck he lived. Never been there. Gomez has, I'm sure. But see, they're gonna do bad reviews on this man. That's really hate right there. Real bad hate.
Yeah, that's some
Now,
bullshit.
now look where they at. Look where they at right now. I mean, the same people, same kinds of people over there doing the same nefarious shit, and there's a connection right there. Gomez. Gomez has a connection right there. See, Gomez has that personality. They get mad at you. They got anything on you, they're gonna put it out. They manipulate it, like him taking a picture of my butthole. No, who in the right mind is gonna take a picture of Vic's butthole? Someone that gets into buttholes. Buttholes turn them. He's gonna take a picture of it. Like people do upskirt pictures. That's the same thing. He's gonna use that and try to embarrass me. See, that's the type of people we have in this community. It's one thing get mad, say something to somebody, but then go out here and do this nefarious shit, put up websites and all this stuff. That's going a little bit too far. And then when people start doing the same techniques that they do, they get mad. You know?
Yeah,
I mean,
they're weak. I mean, that's all that is they're mentally weak.
yeah, they are. And we have to understand that we can't fall to their devices. They're when they try to make that round circle, they'll go halfway and try to bump you, get you mad, so you come back around with something. So then it's a continual circle, round and round we
Yeah,
go. But if you don't go back at them, they'll keep hitting and stopping. They don't have content.
exactly. They have it's pathetic, man. These people, like, YouTube takes up the bulk of their life. I mean, it's fucking pathetic, and they
Well,
can't. None of them could just go live and just talk to people like some of us do.
well, see, this
They
is
just
what we
can't.
need to do. This is what we need to do, Bill, because we have people like Tommy. People have been trying to take him down for a long time. Okay. And now we got people, just new people come in here. Anya. They're both doing the same thing. They're both same places. Okay. Now, Tommy says, "Oh, I'm for the kids. He's getting the money." He's say, for instance, you got two quarters side by side, and he's going to say, "Oh, you're here to help the kids," and he's going to show it to you. And then a little bit later, the other quarter is going to go up, and it's not so much for the kids. It's for like, your opinions or political stuff, trying to feed you to lock you into thinking. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing as these people do in all these talk shows. Sandy Hook. You know what I'm saying? They'll
Yeah.
feed you something, and then while they're talking about that, they're also talking about, oh, this happened, this and this, and oh, Trump shouldn't be doing this and this. You know what I'm saying? It's like a mind game, manipulation. They'll dangle something, and while you're watching it, they'll be taking something. And if they learn something from you, if they got a secret on you, they won't say nothing for a while, but it's going to come out. It's going to be dropped. And I'm going to tell you how I know. Now, when Ed was coming after me, doxing me, the day before he went to jail, I knew his wife's name. I knew the address. Okay? And I knew how to find her, but I waited till he got out. He's going to dox me, going to full dox me. So I got scared. I went to uh, uh, some girls I talked to. Gabby, I said, can 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 your mama look me up? No. I mean, no. I asked Gabby because she looked me up. She says, no, ask mama. So I asked PHI. PHI said, no, I can't do it. I asked another person. No, they can't do it. They all said, ask Nanya. So I sent Nanya a picture of my ID. Okay, picture of it. I know that's stupid. She looked me up. Said, no, they ain't. I didn't find. There ain't nothing there. I mean, it was the same shit that you found when I asked you when I first come in the community, Bill. I asked you to look me up, and you did, and two other people did, and even Brenda, the young lady that passed away. Now,
Dude,
you
I
never took
remember.
any money. You never took any money. The other two took money, but you never did.
No, I don't charge people for that
That
shit.
that that
Dude, I
wasn't
remember you
PvP's
offered me
Discord.
$1,000 for somebody's information, and I'm like, nope. No.
Well, yeah.
But I remember you offered me $1,000 for. I don't remember who it was now, but yeah.
But see, the thing is, it's like this. I gave you my information because everybody thought I was Peanut Butter Man, and
Oh
you,
right,
you,
yeah.
and I mean, when I come in, I want everybody to know, okay? But this is the thing. A little bit later, she gets mad, and she says, "I should dox you. You're stupid for giving me a picture of your ID." Okay, that right there, that sealed the whole thing. And that is when I started going at her. That's when I started digging. That's when I started watching. And thank God. See, this is how the power, the great power, some people call it God. You had to be smart to see it as. Now, Cam took a restraining order out on me. Okay? I was wrong. I went and picked it up. And even in court, I said good things about Cam. Even after I lost, I said good things about him. So that way, when he left, he would know that I wasn't mad, angry, bitter. So I'm watching. I'm watching Cam, and he's trolling John Davis, but he's doing a damn good job. Okay, it was content. Had Nanya up on the panel. Now Cam's doing his thing. He's not watching. He's having fun, doing some calls. Well, Nanya changes her avatar, and I knew that picture because I had done looked these people up. I knew who that person was, and I knew who the name was, and I knew the relationship of who was who. Okay, she'd done it two or three times. changed the avatar, the picture, the name, and I snapshotted it. I backed it up, was looking, couldn't find nothing, and then I went over to Ed's. Now, Ed and I, we didn't really get along. He tolerated me. Everybody in the chat tolerated me. They didn't like me. I said, look, I only come over here to tell you that Nanya docks first. Nanya docks Nevermore. Nevermore is mad at Cam thinking Cam was involved. I said, no, Cam's not involved. At the same time, now, Warbot's making 4, 5, 6 videos at me. We're going back and forth. We hated each other. I called him up. I said, look, Warbot, this is Vic. I want you to know Cam had nothing to do with uh, uh, Nevermore being doxxed. Nanya was the one that doxed first. I have the video, and I had the video, and we lined it up. Sure enough, Nanya was the one that doxed first. So with that, I kept looking and kept looking. Okay, kept piecing this shit together, and I kept getting it wrong, doxing the wrong one, doxing her mother, doxing her. We was doxing everybody, and finally we got the right one. Okay, she won't. She's coming through me trying to get other people's shit. Okay, she's sneaky. But see, this is the thing. God gave me that gift to take a route, set myself up, so I can be there watching her dox, and then I can get her dox. Oh, I was praying for that, and I was right there, and I got it. And when I got it, I didn't let it die. I made a big deal out of it. And here we are today. Here we are today. She made that threat to me. When you make a threat to me like that, it's like a curse that never stops. Unless I can hear it from her voice. She says she will leave me the fuck alone and stop playing my videos. And stop playing everybody else's videos. And stop looking people up. Now, the people that's hanging out in her group, they start doxing and all that nefarious shit, it's coming back on her, and it's not going to ever stop. It's always going to be there. In Arizona, not Arizona, but in Arkansas, she wants to be black. I put her on a black card. She's on a blacklist there in Arizona, in Hot Springs. Mm. And I won't tell you where, but you can hear this video that I have that we haven't put out yet, and you would fully understand, and you would hear about some other things too, broken windows. And see, the broken window theory. We have a broken window theory here. If you don't fix it, it's going to get worse and worse. That's why she likes the ghetto. If you don't do nothing, she loves that now, but you start fixing that shit up, and you ain't going to be in ghetto no more. That's what we got to do. Well, I'm done talking, man. I made you shut up. You falling asleep, and I'll take over your panel, and I'm losing my voice, man,
I'm not falling asleep. I'm letting you talk, man. I'm not falling asleep.
Yeah, I'm just fucking rambling. I mean, it's like I've done a big old line of speed or coke or whatever with all this shit going on.
No, yeah. Well, that's not good for your heart either.
No, it's not. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, my back don't hurt no more.
Good.
So what you been doing lately?
Masturbating.
Ah, okay. Well, I don't want no know anything about that.
Yeah.
But now
jerking off and smoking cigarettes. That's about it. Right.
If you need anybody to massage your prostate, Gomez, he'd do that for you. He'll just put a finger in. He just put fingers in. I mean, you're only working with the wet. Okay.
If I need my prostate massaged, I'll get a hold of one of the ladies in the chat. I'm good.
Well, I'm happy with you. I don't have any ladies in the chat. Oh, let me ask you now, Bill. Let me ask you.
Uh-oh.
No, no, no. I just want to know who the decoy was that was with Tommy when Sam was there filming it. Also, there was a decoy, and she was a little bit short, and she wasn't fat, but she was, you know, big bone. I'd say.
I don't know. I
And
didn't see any of that, so I couldn't tell you.
someone said, Shay, but I don't know if it's the Shay that is up in Massachusetts. I think it might have been another Shay. I just wondered. I mean, I just
I don't
saw her.
know.
She was, she wasn't bad looking. I mean, I can't really say much about myself.
Well, I mean, you can shoot your shot. Who knows? Maybe she's into older bisexual dudes. Who knows?
Well, maybe, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna shave all my face off, my hair off my face. I'm gonna shave everything off my face. What
You're
do you
gonna
think
hate
about
it
that?
at least at first.
Well, yeah. I mean, just think about this now. If I shaved it off and you sat beside me, I could feel your body heat. If you was next to me, I could feel it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's
You're definitely you're yeah.
your sensitivity. But see, I have to shave it off to do my makeup. I'm gonna go all out. So if y'all want to send me a little bit of money, you can. I don't have a cash app, so you screwed. But yeah,
I could probably go the whole rest of my life without seeing that.
no, no. This isn't makeup to make look like a woman. No, 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 no. You got the wrong thing. This isn't makeup. This
Mhm.
is all I need is black, gray, and white. And I'm thinking about
Oh, I
using
gotcha.
regular chalk, grinding it down like real powdery, and start smeared it on your skin. You know what I'm saying?
You need a headdress kind of thing.
Well, I had to put this makeup on first, and I had to put my, I'm going to make a character. It's going to be a character. See, they want content. And content, it always deals with characters, different characters. You're a character, I'm a character, all these other people are characters. And now, if we get characters, I might as well play as a character. So I'm going to
Well, you are
start,
definitely a character.
right. Well, I'm going to start being a demon. I'm gonna dress up like a demon. Evil, evil, evil. So that way, when they look at me, they can see themselves. You see, and the thing about that is, mine is going to be so good. People's going to say, "Damn, that victorious bastard, man, he's a wild guy." Did you see that video last night? He was doing a seance, and all of a sudden, three ashtrays cracked right there in front of us. We seen him put these ashtrays down. He didn't put nothing under it, and nobody shot it. These jokers just cracked one after the other, and when he got done, he said the seance worked. Because when the ashtray cracks, that's when you know the demons is out. And say, I'm gonna look like a demon. Oh yeah, maybe have horns. See, Gomez, I was out there one time. He said that he got in a fight with a demon, and that demon jumped on his back, and he was swinging his sword and everything. I'm serious. This guy, he went all out showing me, and I'm like, man, you must eat too much mushrooms, or you must eat some kind of pouty button or some shit. Someone done fucked you up on something. Oh, he said it was real. He finally killed a demon. And I'm like, okay, buddy, you know, whatever. But now, he's going to see a real demon, and he gets to look into my face. Now, Bill, I'll show you what I'm going to do. And, every time I go live, I might just do something like that. But normally, what I'm going to do is just start dropping videos. And whenever people start wanting to call me, oops, well, this one here might be interesting to drop. Let's drop this one here in Tommy's name. Since Tommy wants to call me out, then we'll drop this real big one here on this person over here. They don't want that drop. We're going to drop it. Because, see, when Rob Lowe was there, people was asking, can we dox Rob Lowe? You know what Tommy's answer was? He didn't answer, and that means go ahead and do it. Because if he didn't, he said, no, don't dox him, leave him alone. Can I dox myself?
Y'all, well, you can dox yourself, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if I could dox myself or it was, illegal.
You're allowed to dox yourself. Just I try to avoid doxing other people, even if they're scumbags.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I hadn't done that, have I? Well, only Tommy. It's just his first name. Everybody knows his name, though.
Well, I mean, if it's something that's already known, I mean.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sean, I've owned the Satanic Bible. It's not what people think. It mostly just says like, take care of yourself before you take care of others. Treat people how you want to be treated. The Satanic Bible's not like it's not what people think.
Well, see, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to dress up like this, and I'm going to walk through these little redneck towns. And people are going to stare the shit out of me. And when they do, I'm going to hand them business cards. Here, take this card. This one's me. Here's all my channels. And it's got my channels that nobody knows here. See? Those are the channels I tell everybody what. Huh?
Your channel just might take off. I mean, there's a good section of the population that likes that kind of thing.
But see, this is the thing. This channel here is just going to be for inside this group. It's not going to go nowhere. The two that nobody knows about is for I'm going to tell the story. We have this lady, her name's Nanya, and here's her history and all that. We're going to put all that out there. Here's Clown, and this is all his history. We're going to put all that out there. Here's PHI and all her history. Put all that out there. And Cat Greed, we're going to put all that out. All these people in that crowd, we're going to put all that stuff out there and say, now, these are narcissistic people. Watch their personalities. Watch how they connive and manipulate. Okay, and what we're going to do, we're going to say, now, y'all watch these movies about narcissistic people. First of you watch this. Now, come over here. And these people are trolling me so much, I had to make a costume to get people's attention. They asked me, what are you doing? I'm a predator hunter. I'm an online predator hunter. And I'm sending out bad demons to them. If you want to help, here, you can give to this. Please join. Send this out to all your friends. Because these are the type of people, Gomez, they got bad, shady stuff in their background, and they're out here trolling people, ruining their businesses. And see, this is another thing. All those neighbors around there where Aaron lives, they're going to get it. I can mail it to them. See? Ain't nothing he can do about that. It might cost me a stamp, but they get my business card. And I say, you have a predator, an online known predator that goes back 9 years. He's been hidden. You need to go here so you know what you're dealing with. And see, the neighbors around him don't like him. There's only one of them. And he just got out of prison for making meth. Not that Aaron was doing meth. No, I don't think Aaron was, and I'm not trying to implicate him, but his neighbor was. And I met the neighbor. The neighbor's name, well, I better not say that because that would be a dox, right?
Yeah,
Huh?
I'm just trying to analyze
Okay.
this from the perspective of people. Somebody that has no clue about any of this stuff. They go to their mailbox. Oh, I got a letter. Okay, and they open it. I'm just trying to think of how
And
people are
there's
going to receive this.
and there's a picture of Aaron, and there are links. There are other things right there that's online. That's been online for 9, 10 years. Not one confession, but many confessions. There's
Well,
people that's got all of that. It's like here, people's got all kind of receipts. All we gotta do is sit back and find out who's got what receipts. And so that way, when these people go to line, I didn't say that. You say you did. Hold everybody to a higher standard, and including me. And you know what? There are people that's holding a higher standard. I noticed that. I took a gripe to it, but hey, I can't help it. It's my own fault. They're afraid of me, so you know it's fine. And we're not talking about Nanya. Okay, we're not talking about them. We're talking about people over here in the blue side. So, I feel that maybe I don't need to be going to too many chats. I will watch it when my name is brought up. I will say something. I might go there, put eyes in the chat, give you a like, a thumbs up, and give you a click. You know, click and view. I normally will give you about 4 clicks or five views because I'm going from one alt to another alt to another alt. And I only
hmm,
do that I got one alt, I got 10,000 people blocked. I just want to see if there's any new alts in there that I haven't caught yet. See what I'm saying? If I block everybody and somebody makes a new alt, then I'll find that alt. It won't blend in.
right. No, that actually makes sense.
And also, Bill, check this out too. My other, the other 56 alts, 56 of them now. One alt, I make a phone call and I'm going to send it out to this person here. And I trust him, but I don't trust him. Now you got one shot to look at this video, buddy. If I see 2 views on there, you'll never get another video. So you better sit down, watch this, and don't stop it. If you stop it, you let me know you fucked up, and then I'll let you watch it again because I got to keep an eye because this shit's getting out. It's done got out. So you take that one off, and your main alt that you made the video, you play it while you go live with the second alt. So that way, when that video is playing, you make a little sound like a little bell. So you know if if that video ever come out, the one with the bell is the one that leaked it out, or the one with the guitar, or the one with the little horn in the background. See what I'm saying? So each one of the videos
Right.
I put on each account will be different. It would be the same, but it would be different. It would have something different. So that way I can isolate if I send it to this one, or this one, which one of them leaked it out over there to that one. So that way I can start isolating people I can and can't trust. So I might get a video and give somebody that I don't trust a video to see how long they can keep it. And,
Oh
to
yeah,
test people.
I've done stuff like that. The
To
way I've
see,
caught a lot of two-faced motherfuckers around here is I'll feed them a line of bullshit and I will only tell one person this line of bullshit, and then 5 or 6 people or whatever, you tell them each a different line of bullshit, but it's always like shit about me. That's if it comes out, it's only going to hurt me, right? And then you
right.
wait and see what comes out. Well, there's your leak, and I've done that quite a bit.
But see, everybody wants to get in that loop to see what Vic has got. Vic's got some stuff. Vic don't want to drop it. I dropped that landlord video too fast, but I wanted to drop it to where, it needed to be out there. But these other ones, no, there's really no reason for me to put these out here unless the perpetrator doesn't want to stop. Then I'm building up more, and then it's gonna I'm gonna start distributing it to different people. They're gonna make videos of it. See, I'm gonna use that on my other channel. So when I'm going out here, standing at the street corner, and I got a sign, "Help combat online predators," they're gonna be my star. How about that? See, I'm their star right now. They're showing how crazy Vic is. But Vic's going to start making costumes. He can act. He can act. He can act. I wish y'all could have had that camera turn around and see me while I was driving, acting all mad. I mean, I was laughing my ass off. A few times I had to catch myself because I
Yeah,
knew people. I mean, I had like 60 to 80 people up in the chat, not chat, but watching the video.
I
Seriously,
don't
I
see
had
what
that.
right they have to call you crazy. You know what I mean? I don't know what gives them that right.
Well, it's like this. I'm different. Okay, that's fine. Because if anybody's different, they're going to be picked on. Okay, it's like if you're in all white school and you put a Korean in there, he's going to get picked on. Or
Oh, sure.
all white with a black, or vice versa. I mean, if you're different, say for Nanya, okay, she was big. She got picked on. But see, it's not always like that. Some of them big people like that, they're the ones that's picking on people and get beat up and then try to blame them. And they learn that as a young age, and they know how to use that when they get older. Pick at you, now I'm a victim. Woke the line up, and, that's why Tommy's over there. That's why Tommy called me up, because I went after his little Nanya, and he's trying to get me to back off. Oh, the detectives is asking questions about you. What kind of questions? He never would answer. What'd you do? Hell if I know, I do a lot of things. You tell me what I did. If they come looking, talking to you about me, he couldn't tell me. So that's all fucking bullshit. Don't fucking call me up. We ain't friends. So he's right where he needs to be right now. And first thing tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock Colorado time, I'm calling his PO. Now I done made 3 calls today to the PO. I left 2 messages with the PO.
Do you know for
I'm
sure if he's
serious.
still on probation? No, I
Yes.
100% believe you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because when I called up, I gave the name and I gave the 2 different first names. I said either name on them, or it could be Tom, Tommy, or something like that. But the last name's right. Well, what's his birthday? I said, well, fuck, I don't know. Well, I didn't say that. Excuse my language. I said, well, I don't know. Let me call you back. I'll find that out. I said, do you need his address too? I can find his address too. I'm pretty sure. I said, but I can tell you what, he's affiliated with CPP, Colorado Pay Patrol. I said, he's notorious there in Weld County. They don't like him. He's a menace to them. They knew who he was, but see, they didn't know who I was, and I explained to them why I was calling, and they shut up. They listened to me, and I thought they done hung up on me. Okay, so she called out the person's name, and I thought it was a guy. Okay, but it's actually a female. So, anyways, the third time I said to the clerk or the operator, I said, "Ma'am, can you spell this young lady's name out for me, please?" I said, I'm 60 years old and I can't hear too good, and you saying one thing, and I'm calling her name out wrong. And so she spelled it out, and I said, "Can I have her direct number?" Yes, you can. So there you go. Now, they might get other people to call too, and I let it be known. I said, now, he's been known to have CP on his phone. There's witnesses that know this. We got proof that he had it on there. And I said, in this last sketch he did, there was a minor. And somehow or another, the minor sent a picture of their genitals.
I heard they caught a 16-year-old.
Yeah, genitals. Picture of it. Now, the decoy copied that picture, disseminated it, and gave copy picture. So now there's two of them there. Okay? I mentioned that too. I said, in this decoy, I'm pretty sure it's Tommy's friend that's the one that's calling me. I said, now, I'm calling y'all, let y'all know that these people are harassing me, giving me out a fake police number, saying they're police. Okay, I might not can do nothing about that, but this is a technique that they do.
Well, I mean, impersonating a cop is illegal. I mean,
oh yeah, yeah.
They should be interested in that.
But see, the thing is, man, you know, these people, it's like me going out to Arizona, okay, and getting on the bus, going through Dallas, getting out, taking pictures, okay, or I think it was either Dallas or Houston or one of the two. I was taking pictures, and then I went up to northern Texas to Abilene, I think, and then I went across over to Albuquerque. When I got to Albuquerque, I did a LARP video, and that scared Jill. Okay, did a LARP.
Yeah,
went on to Arizona, did another LARP, and then I did a LARP when I was leaving Flagstaff to go to Las Vegas. I stayed there for a little while. Then I came back to Arizona. Then I went back out to Las Vegas. Then I came home. Okay, well, everybody was trying to see which bus I was on and all of that, trying to guess where I was. Well, I picked the longest bus route. Okay, I mean, I don't ride buses that much, and I like getting out. I like riding. If I could have picked one that took a whole week, hell yeah, I would have taken that one. If it cost a little bit more, I would have paid it. Just to be riding around meeting people because it's something I don't do. And it was quite fun. And you know, seeing stuff, oh yeah, it was great. But then, you know, I made other videos, LARP videos. Now they want to use that LARP videos. Oh, he's going to come for me. Oh, I'm afraid of it. Well, yeah, I helped somebody move, and I went across the Mississippi River going into Arkansas, or some river going into Arkansas. Took a picture of that, and oh, she thought I was coming for her. Really thought I was coming for her, and all I was doing is I was helping somebody move, and I had like three witnesses. Okay, we would rotate driving a vehicle. There's actually four of us actually.
Well, if they weren't fucking with people and doing dirty shit, then they'd have no reason to worry.
Well, check this out. See, you know what the real kicker is? I haven't said nothing about this for a while. Now, when they all was going to gang up on me and take me to court here in Atlanta, in Superior Court, Nanya copies videotapes the court, has a videotape of it, then makes a videotape. Yeah, bitch, I copied it. I made a video admitting to what she just did. Now, I'm going to tell you, at the bottom of that page right there on that court thing, it's in red letters. You can't take pictures and you can't film it. Ooh-wee, you should have kept your mouth closed. See what I'm saying? Now they're saying I'm committing crimes and stuff, but yet they have. Now, all I got to do is take my piece of paper that I was going to get served with at court case. Go down here to the Superior Courthouse and ask to speak to that judge and say, look, These I have evidence right here. These people here, they are film. They have filmed your court. I want restraining orders on them because they are giving me problems right now. I'm right there in front of her. Ooh, if my judge says okay, I will grant that to you. Then Arkansas will come looking for you. And if we get you up in court, whose picture's going to be looked at? See, she don't want to. She don't want to take me to court. She wants to cry and complain. That's why she got Tommy over there trying to scare her big. Because Nanya cannot afford to get her white face shown in the courtroom. See, she says she's black, but she's white. That's another thing. You commit a crime and they're looking for a black girl, and she's right there. So something's wrong with that picture.
Well, I mean, we already uh, we already know what she looks like. There's pictures that have been going around besides the ones that have been shown.
Yes, but that's like
Um,
what, 30 years ago, 20, 30 years ago. I know she's. I
not
got a picture. She's pushing 400 pounds, bro.
mhm. Yeah,
A
not
good
all of them are
400.
that old. But I
Well,
mean,
I'm gonna
she's older
tell you
than she
what.
wants people to think, though.
But see, I'm gonna tell you what. Those pictures that you see, all those pictures you see, if you see her now, she's gonna be totally different than what you see. She's going to be totally different. See, people can take their pictures and fluff them and fluff them. That's what, that's fine. But I'm just saying, that the only thing that she's got going for her is that voice. And I'm pretty sure that she worked at a call service where men would call up and they would talk dirty to them and all that because she has that type of voice. Okay. She's on a computer all the time, on a phone all the time. So and I mean, they all like dancing like that, and you know how promiscuous PHI is and all. You didn't bump it with you, did you? While we're on that, I mean, they pretty close out there. Y'all don't bump, do you?
Say that again.
Y'all don't. You and PHI hadn't done the wild thing, have you?
Oh fuck no, 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 no.
Okay, okay,
I met them in person one time, and that's a hard no, sir.
okay.
No,
So you
I'm a
do have
dirty dog, but
you do have standards. You do have standards.
yes, sir. Yeah, yes, I do. I do. Hey, what's up, Jacko?
But yeah, man, and the thing is, man, I try to do the right thing. It's like, okay, all the shit Clown did to me. Okay, I still have this pick guard. Okay, that goes with the double neck guitar. I still have it, and if he wants it, I'll come down there. I'll go to, a police station or what have you. You know what I'm saying? Where it's not like I'm gonna go down there with an intent to hurt the man or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? If he wants that pick guard to give to whoever he sold the guitar to, so they can have a complete set, because he won't find another one like that one. I'll be kind enough to send it to him. You know,
Oh yeah,
not even charge, because say I did promise him I would do it, but see, when all that shit happened, how did everybody get his address? How did they find out who he was? Vic found out because
well,
I sold him that
he
guitar.
clown clown gave me his address one time because I was supposed to send him something, and I got it all
Yeah.
together. I put it like I got the envelope and everything all addressed
But
and ready to go. I just didn't have a stamp, and at the time, one of my parents was having medical problems, so I wasn't able to get to the post office. But I still got that envelope somewhere.
was it before I sold the guitar or after I sold it?
Oh God, I think after, but I'm not
Well, it was
positive.
around.
I
It
think
was
it was
around the.
after.
It was around the cam thing. that was going on. When see
Well,
what I
it's
did.
been a while. It's before I knew Clown was what he is, you know. So I
Yeah,
don't
see,
think
I
it
didn't
mattered.
either, but see, I knew something. I knew something when I got back in Georgia. When I got back in Georgia, I said that there was a predator in this community. I didn't say who. I said there's a predator, and that's when
I remember that.
Be Kind tried to get back in touch with me and says, "You know how I like looking people up. You should have got in touch with me." I said, You want to know who it was?" And I wouldn't say nothing. Okay. Uh, but I had that guitar and he liked it. And I said, "Okay." I took it down there. We met, but it didn't have the pick guard, the center pick guard. And so he says, "Well, here's my address and you just mail it to me." Some shit happened that he did, so I decided not to mail it to him. And so he kept screwing with Nate. So I gave Nate the highway such and such. That's all he needed. Highway such and such north or whatever. Oh, he just Clown just flipped the fuck out. And I told him, I said, "Clown, I told you stop fucking with Nate." Okay. And Nate has like autism or something like that. And you just don't, I'm going to take up for him. I don't care if he is on whoever's side, you don't pick on that man. That man's really, is not really done anything bad to be bullied. Okay. So he got
Yeah, he got
mad. So,
manipulated.
yeah. So Clown got mad. And he forgot I had his telephone number and I put that number out there too. And that's when he started taking shit off of his Instagram because he done incriminated himself. I already copied all of that, everything that we said.
Oh yeah, he he deleted some of the messages that he'd sent me, but I had screenshotted them before he had the chance. But yeah, he
Yeah,
did. He deleted some of our messages.
but it's like this, when I talk to people, I tell everybody, if you want to, you can record me. You have my permission. I don't care. I am not recording you. Okay. Unless there's something really important that, then we both can record. It's like
Yeah,
if
I
I get
don't I
someone,
don't record calls either.
say,
There are some that I wish to God I would have recorded because I could. I mean, I can already prove that they're lying, but yeah, I don't record call. I've recorded like maybe 5 altogether, but it was because I already knew that this person was going to lie. Um,
right,
and I used a couple of those phone calls on locksmiths like way back in the day to prove that this person was lying. And then
well,
there's
that's
2 or 3
good.
more, same thing. But yeah, I don't fucking people that I'm close enough to talk to regularly on the phone. I if I feel like I gotta record our calls, now sometimes I find out later I should have, but if I feel like I gotta record calls, then I'm just not gonna talk to that person very much, you
Right.
know.
Well, yeah, but the only time you do something like that is I have the number. I tell you who you're talking to and what we're trying to get. Okay, I can say we're calling so and so. Their relation is this. I call them up, and then the person on the other side would start talking to them. I wouldn't talk because the way I talk, I cut people off and stuff. Other people can sit back, ask a question, and let them keep talking, so they give you more and more information. You see what I'm saying? When I cut into their talking, then I lose information. So we get a good speaker. I make the call. They talk to them, and we just start popping out videos. Okay. Now this is another thing. We're not calling to upset people. Just say if we call somebody's family member, "Hello, my name's so and so. I, please, give me at least a few minutes to explain why I'm calling. It's about one of your relatives, but I want to give you my life story, just a little bit of it. How, I can relate to this person. She needs a friend right now, okay? Her family member. talk to them in that manner. Try to bring her closer to her family member. That's more of a positive thing than trying to put a wedge in between her and her family. See, that's what Nanya does. See, I don't
Well,
want
that's
to do
the
that to
thing.
her. Maybe,
Nanya's
may,
family has already disowned her, so
well, maybe not. Maybe Nanya just moved away and just wanted to be hidden. You never know.
no,
But
I actually do know. I've got text
okay,
messages
well, I
between
don't.
her and somebody else.
I'm just, trying to think outside the box. I'm not trying to take up for her, but I'm trying to think, in more of a uh, diplomatical way of doing it because it's not out of hatred. I don't want to do it out of hatred because it's the same shit she's doing. You can call up a health check, but that's going a little bit too far. Now you call their families and their friends up, that becomes real serious, becomes real private. And the thing is, she's putting herself out there, putting everybody else's private stuff out. So I'm going to dig her private stuff out. That's why Tommy's trying to stop me. That's all this is about. And him saying he don't stir drama, he don't like drama, that's a fucking lie right there. Excuse my language. He's all up in that drama. Every time I go click on her, I just go look. He's right up in there.
Oh yeah.
So he's saying one thing, doing something else. So yeah, I have a right to call that out. And there's other people calling it out. Other people's watching.
Yeah, I just kind of got burned out on. I mean, I called Tommy out for like 2 years, and I still will, but it just, I don't know. I got
It
burned
gets
out
old
on
after a
all
while,
the.
don't it? Well, I
Yeah,
never
oh
really
yeah.
called him out until just recently. The motherfucker kept calling me up. Now he done got me on. He done put himself in the spotlight. He done taken some of Nanya's spotlight. Now Nanya, he's gonna be jealous of him because Nanya, oh, she loves some Vic. Vic and his wood. I don't think I want to let her touch my wood, man. She might make it rot, or catch it on fire.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't risk it, man. I bet.
Well,
I bet her crotch looks like a cow patty after a bicycle ran through it.
it's a purple waffle.
Oh,
There's like a blue waffle, but hers is purple.
yikes!
And she got rub marks on her legs. She got put baby powder or grease on there, keep them from scraping too much. I mean, when you don't shave and them hairs start scraping, that's like sandpaper. Ask
Well, I mean,
Gomez.
if she really did lose a lot of weight, like she said, people that are real big, like she was, when they have like just slabs of extra skin that's constantly infected and stuff. I mean, unless you have the
Right.
surgery to.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I like the bigger girls. I don't like the real skinny ones. The real skinny ones. I mean,
Oh,
I'm afraid I'm about to break them. I mean, I could call
hey,
one girl out that's real skinny. Can I call her out?
I don't mind a little. I don't mind some extra cushion for the pushing either, man.
Right.
Like they can't be morbidly obese, but
Well, I'm
you
gonna
know,
put it to you like this: Jilly would be too skinny for me. Jilly, and she's way too young. Jilly, I like the bigger girl. That's why I was asking who that girl was that was with Tommy. She had some weight to her. If she fell on you, she might bruise you, and she won't get hurt.
well, that ain't all bad.
No, no.
No, I don't know.
So,
I don't know who she is.
so now if Tommy wants me to stop, we can do this. I get a date with that woman, and we go on our way. But you never know. We might hit it up, and if she's from out there, we can sit out there and feed the javelinas.
You know, it's weird. The javelina thing, and I've talked to other people about it too. Like, there's some kind of Mandela effect because I guess javelinas are pretty common, And like,
Yes.
I'm an animal guy. I know a lot about animals, but I don't ever remember hearing about javelinas until all this.
Well, they come
And
up through Central America to Mexico, and they're in the Southwest, like
yeah,
Texas, and
I know that now, but like, I know what an armadillo is. We don't have armadillos here. You know what I mean? It's just,
right, right.
I, I don't know. It's just a side note.
Well, well, them I mean, the javelinas, them things, they got toes. They look like pigs, but they got toes on them, and they are family oriented. You know, they hang out in packs and stuff, and you know, if you grab a baby, they'll attack you. They hang out
Mm,
with each other. If one gets sick, or even if it dies, they sit there and they mourn. They have feelings. That's just proven
yeah.
fact. They have feelings. So I thought, when I seen them, man, they were cool as shit. But they can't see too good. So when I was pulling out, I guess that right there, the javelinas heard us and they took off. Aaron says, "Don't
I
move,
would
don't
too.
move, don't move." And I'm like, I'm gonna have to get back up in this hot tub. I'm gonna be out here while the javelina's right here by my legs, and they'll fuck your leg up. They'll cut you open, and you get gangrene too if you don't get it worked on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
sex can be very dangerous.
well, yeah, especially if you got a javelina.
Mm,
And he had a gate. He'd keep it open and he'd try to catch javelinas. I don't know why he was trying to catch them, but he's got a fenced-in back area that he's trying to get the javelinas to go back there. But
mm,
I guess they wouldn't go back there because I was going back there pinning on a fence. He'd be back there in a house and shit, and I'm out in the garage, and I said, well, the door is right here. I'll just go outside and go around the corner and pee there by the fence. So I guess the javelina smelled it, and they didn't want to go in his backyard. I told you about them. I already told you about them crystals, though, didn't I?
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, that really
yeah.
tore him up
Look,
too.
hey, if I knew that you and Gomez was fucking, I'd go the other way too.
Well, the javelinas, they were encroaching on us. Okay, slowly. They're grazing, eating, minding their own business, and until something happened, Gomez said stay still or something, and one of them stopped. And when I pulled out, he seen shadow or something because the window was like in front of us, okay? And the javelina's out there where it's dark. So when they're looking at us, they can see us, and then they can see the light behind us. So they seen that shadow move, and they put out a certain sound that's really weird. It alerted all the other little javelinas. There must have been like 12 of them. Big old family running down the through people's across their driveways and stuff, through their front yards. I mean, these son of guns are wild. They turn your trash cans over, all that kind of stuff. And there was one lady out there was feeding them, and the javelina just about killed her. They tell you don't feed them.
Yeah, yeah. You shouldn't really feed any wild animals.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. Now I seen a road runner. Never seen one of them birds before in my life. I seen the biggest dang bird. He looked like a brown thrasher was on steroids, extra heavy, and his legs must have been about like a foot long. He stood up high, and he was a bigger bird than most birds. And I'm like, what in the hell is that? And I showed it to Gomez. Gomez stopped. He said, where? And then he seen him running across the ground. He says, oh, that's a road runner. He says, I never seen one of them
Right.
either. We sat there and looked at that bird. But I mean, that bird was big, and he'd run, and then he'd stop, and then he'd run, and he'd stop, and then he'd fly. And then, I mean, all the other birds stayed away from him. He was
Well,
so big.
we have sandhill cranes around here. The sandhill cranes, they I don't know exactly how big they can get, but they stand 3 to 4 foot tall, and when they fly, they have a huge wingspans. So yeah, they're pretty cool to run into.
Well, I was at a friend's house for like a week a couple of weeks actually, and I started taming his hens. I had a couple of them that get up in my lap and sit, and one of them laid an egg in my lap. But I had to change pants afterwards too because when they lay eggs, other stuff comes out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be fun. I like all them little animals. I went to Florida. I seen an armadillo, and I grabbed him, started playing with him. My friend said, "Put that thing down. That's nasty." Well, they do have some kind of disease, what salmonella or something like that. I
Yeah.
know
Yeah,
that.
you can get salmonella off of turtles and all kinds of things.
There's something else you can get off
And
our.
snakes. You can get salmonella off of snakes and turtles, and I mean just by handling them. Like if you ever smell your hands after you grab a snake, it's nasty.
Oh yeah, yeah, especially a black snake. Not a black racer, but a regular black snake. I
Yeah.
guess king snake. They do have funky smell. Oh, yes, they do.
Yeah.
The ones I like is the hognose snake. Have you ever seen one of them?
Oh yeah, they're pretty cool.
They'll spread their neck like a cobra and stand up and look like a cobra and strike at you. If that doesn't scare you, they roll over and play dead.
Yeah, we don't have those around here, but I've run into them in the wild and other places. They are pretty cool.
Let me ask you this: you think I can make some clicks and views catching a raccoon that's been getting in my trash? We got to put center blocks on our trash cans. There's like
Yeah,
five houses
people.
up here.
My raccoon videos usually did pretty good.
I mean, sit out
Yeah.
there, bait the trap, and just sit there and wait till I catch that raccoon.
Hmm. Yeah, just be careful, man, because those you get them when you corner them, they get like they'll
Oh
fuck
no,
you
no,
up.
no! I'm not going to catch him like that. I'm going to put it. He's going to be caught in a live cage. A little cage he walks in
Yeah,
and the door closed, and then I'm going to take him
yeah.
in that cage, put him in the car, and I'm going to take him to the other side of my neighborhood and let him off on that side.
How far
I don't want to
away?
kill about 4 blocks.
Oh, he'll find his way back easy. You know.
Well,
Um.
I'll go 6 blocks in. I'll take him over to the other neighborhood, or take him to a park somewhere. When I say park, a forest that he can
Yeah.
live the rest of his life out. Because
Yeah.
these people around here,
You gotta take them
they'll
pretty far away because they'll find their way back.
right. These people around here, they'll shoot him, and I don't, or kill him, and I don't want the thing killed. He
Hmm.
run my possum off. I had a possum living under my house, and I have a little trap door that where I go for the shower and stuff. If I have to fix it, there's a little trap door. I open that trap door and I put food down in there for the possums. So the possums come up there and they sleep, up under the house out of the cold.
Yeah. I mean, possums. If you don't like, we can't let possums and raccoons run around here because of um. Well, I mean, I can do it here, but out at my parents' house, we can't let them run around because
Right.
they kill the chickens and they get the eggs and stuff. But
Oh yeah,
so we
yeah.
can't let them run around. But possums are actually a pretty good thing to have if you don't have any other animals that they'll fuck with because they eat all kinds of bugs and ticks and stuff.
They even eat little rats too. I heard.
They'll eat anything. When some family friends of ours owned a dairy farm, and I worked for them when I was a kid, and they had this big pit. Like if a cow died, or we had to put it down, or whatever. They had this big pit where they would just throw the dead cows in, and then burn them, and then cover them up. But sometimes they didn't get burned and covered right away, and fucking like a possum will start eating at the dead cow's asshole and come out of its throat a couple of days later. They'll eat anything.
Wow. Yeah, yeah. Well, they don't carry rabies. That's good. But them raccoons
No,
sure enough will.
yeah, possums' body temperatures. They can carry rabies. They just usually don't because their body temperature is so low. What's going on, Miss
Right.
Smalls?
Yeah, if I was gonna, if I had a house in the mountains and shit, and I caught one of them, I'd take him to the vet, get him neutered or fixed, and then I put a little tag in his ear and bring him back and let him live with, rest of his life there. I couldn't
Well,
have him over and get
most
a
states
shot.
won't legally let you do that. I don't know. I don't know
Well,
about Colorado or whatever, but
oh, I ain't moving Colorado up to
well,
Tennessee.
whatever. Pick your state. Most states have laws about not that. That's that fucking squirrel. What was
Right.
that squirrel's name that got murdered a while back? The cops raided their house because they had a squirrel that they'd been taking care of since it was a baby, and
Wow.
the
Yeah.
cops
Yeah.
raided their house and fucking executed it.
Wow. Yeah, that's
So if
sad.
you want to
People
keep
do
on
that.
taking it to the vet and just, I mean, don't tell them
No,
you're
no,
going
no,
to
no.
keep it.
I'm not. No, no, no. I'm not keeping it for myself. I'm putting it back out in the wild. Putting it back out in
Yeah,
the wild. If he's going to live around me, he's going to have to be fixed, or she will, because I don't want any babies reproducing. Not raccoons. Possums, they'd be fine. Raccoons, I don't walk outside in the middle of the night and one's got rabies and come up and bite me on the back of my leg.
right. SpaceX sent a rocket to rescue non-used ham house from space. Is that why it exploded? It was like, fuck this, I'm not doing this mission.
That's too much ass to carry. Was
Well,
they
there's no
hauling
weight in
ass?
outer space.
Well, was they hauling ass? Is what I'm wondering.
They were trying to. Well, you're probably right. It probably was too heavy to escape the atmosphere.
So they blowed up.
Twice. They've had two rockets explode in the last like couple of weeks. There weren't any people on board.
Well, I think the Russians are doing that.
Who knows?
Somebody's washing money.
Oh yeah, there's a whole lot of that going around.
I laundered some money. The other day I heard it rattling when I looked in the washing machine. There's two quarters.
Oh,
50 cents more than I thought I had.
oh yeah, well, it's funny when you find money in your own shit. Like, oh, money, but it was yours to begin with. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, man. It's been almost 3 hours, and that's about an hour more than I like to go.
Right. Well, that's like 2 hours more than what you'd normally do. Well, an hour
Yeah.
and a half. Well, it's been very good talking to you. And if you want to look at some private videos, just let me know, and I'll have somebody send them to you. Or
Yeah, you can. I'll look at them, and I won't share them with anybody.
right, okay.
You
And
can
some
have
of
you
them,
can have
like
somebody. I mean, we go ahead.
I've always trusted you, but we have some that was made, a while back, and we had got some just recently made today. And there's going to be some that's going to be made tomorrow. And I may drop some documents tomorrow. And this is going to be very interesting when I get these documents. Also, it's going to be very, very interesting. We're not talking about the hospital documents. So, anyways, y'all have a great day, and I'm gonna get back to my plan. I got a lot of paperwork to do, things to fill out, and I'm gonna be busy. Y'all take care, and y'all keep your chin up and fight the good fight.
All right, man. Good luck to you. Well, that didn't really go how I thought it was going to, but that's okay. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. And don't be afraid to be weird.